And we are live.
Nice little video intro. We'll have to learn how to work on the fades and all that other type of stuff. But this is not a professional recording studio. That's okay, though. It is Sorgi Sports Sunday Breakfast Edition.
I just ate my breakfast.
Nice. I had mine a little while ago. And as you can tell by our jerseys, we're sitting here in Philadelphia. We're watching the team that we root for 156 games a year. Philadelphia Phillies.
Let's go.
They're playing a breakfast game in London against the arch rival New York Mets. Playing this game at the stadium built for the 2012 Olympic Games, their track and field stadium, converted to a soccer stadium for the squad West Ham United. And they're even doing, look at this, the intros they're doing.
Yeah.
They're doing it soccer style, where like the players all come out together with kids.
Yeah.
And it's all happy, happy, joy, joy. And we're watching the national broadcast as you're watching us. Let us be your second screen. And for those joining us, thank you. And what do we say? Like, share,
subscribe, and hit that bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
For ESPN, Michael K on the call. He has not had to do anything all weekend because every single one of the Yankees games has been either on Apple TV, Fox, or tonight ESPN.
Which means he is free from his Yankees responsibilities. He can fly on over across the pond and call this game on ESPN. So who we got here? Who's joining us?
It's CJ,
resident Braves fan, which is a big chunk of our live audience, I believe.
A decent amount, yeah.
Of our live streams.
So they get to see two of their least favorite teams face off. But
are you ready for spontaneous combustion, CJ?
But yeah, so I think I do think it's interesting. Doug Glanville, he's like not a normal MLB guy. Like he did the Brewer series last year. I thought he was okay.
So this is ESPN's B team apparently.
C2.
I mean, with A team being Carl Ravitch and company.
Yeah, well, I guess they're using Jessica Mendoza on the Women's College World Series, but that's over. That's over, so I don't know why they're not using her. But
we are watching one of the reasons why I think the Philadelphia Phillies are going to win this World Series if they don't get in their own way. Their ERA is 2.65.
Yeah, no, I mean great team ERA, but they're showing that while not factoring in the starting pitcher today, Taijuan Walker. He's been terrible this year, so expect some runs from the Mets in especially this short fence ballpark.
This stadium, I think, is going to have the biggest crowds in Major League Baseball this year. They see 60,000 in London Stadium, otherwise previously known as Olympic Stadium.
Also known as Queen Elizabeth II Park Stadium.
Yep, because it is in Queen Elizabeth II Olympic Park. After the Olympics, they make you take the name Olympics off the park, which is the idiocy of the IOC. For more on that, read my book, Greater Than the Games. Find it on Amazon or wherever you read books. Anyway, Mets and Phils. The stadium itself, you were talking about how much offense is produced in it. That is partially because of a very short center field wall.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you factor in the Phillies' bats here as well, you saw a lot of home runs down the line yesterday.
That's true.
I mean, the deep drive to left field by Nick Castellanos.
That thing flew to Scotland, as I said on Threads.
Bad joke there. Bad joke. But
I use geography all the time.
No, my joke.
Oh,
I said a deep drive. Okay. I said a deep drive to left field from Castellanos.
I haven't had enough coffee yet, so that's why this is required. My Marquette Championship blue Brewers and, in your case as well, Phillies blue coffee mug.
I thought about wearing the pinstripes today, but I decided to go baby blue. The Phillies should be wearing this today.
Yes, they should, but they only wear it for Throwback Thursday.
See, I think they should wear it on Sundays.
I think the Phillies should wear it on Sundays. If the Milwaukee Brewers should bring it back, the 82, and wear theirs on Sundays.
They could just wear the City Connects on Sundays.
That's true. That's true. But I think everyone does that on Fridays.
No, they changed it this year.
And to show you the international audience of baseball, thank you for joining in. It's got to be late night in Japan, probably.
Let's find out. Japanese time.
Who do we have in the NBA Finals, CJ?
Boston sadly. I'm not gonna be. I might watch it, but I'm more invested in the NHL. It is 11:05.
It is late night.
That's not terrible.
Not horrific, but
tomorrow is Monday, so people have to go to work.
Yes. So hopefully you have enough coffee at your disposal our new friend who's joined us here. Make
Yes.
sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for all our content. There's a lot, not just of lives, but if you go into the archives, a ton of vlogs of our sports watching experience, our game going experience, and our travels and food.
Yeah, but I mean, today we don't hit the bell, but we ring that bell.
That we do.
As
We do.
As they say at the back.
And there will be a lot of bell ringing and a lot of run scoring because of that short outfield wall.
Yeah.
385 to center field.
Yeah.
I'm going to go fix the stream.
Yeah, 385. So shortest, obviously shorter than all baseball. Phillies fan in Japan.
Hey.
Let's go Titans. Yeah, with Bill Walton. Yeah.
We were at the Brewers-Phillies game back on Wednesday. There will not be a vlog for that. We just wanted to go. Now, we root for the Phillies 156 games a year. For those who don't know, we are originally from Milwaukee.
Okay, to put that simply, because a lot of people aren't going to understand the 156 games a year. The Brewers play the Phillies 6 times a year.
I was getting to that.
Okay. We're Brewers fans when the Brewers aren't playing the Phillies for Phillies fans. Sorry.
Because we are originally from Milwaukee.
Yes,
but any other game, we root for the Phils. So that includes by far today.
Well, especially because they're playing the Mets.
Yes.
And
I'd root for them if they were playing the Dodgers or the
Yeah,
White Sox or whoever.
but it's a big game.
It is a big game because rivalry.
Yeah.
Now, another interesting thing about the stadium and the way that it was built and how it was not built for baseball, but they're squeezing baseball into it. The way that the stands are covered, there is a very real chance that a powerful high pop foul could hit the ceiling and I guess be automatically out of play.
Yeah.
Because home plate is like right at the opening where there is no cover to the seating. And it's because of the architecture of London Stadium. I mean, perfect architecture for soccer, perfect architecture for track and field. It ain't perfect for baseball.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen any of that yet. I mean,
Yeah.
But what time? Well, I don't. Well, so in London it is
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Here it's 10, and according to I looked up Japanese time, it's at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So
If that is correct.
if that's right,
And you would know it better than we
Yeah.
would, by far. By far. How do you feel, by the way, about them playing Major League Baseball games in Japan in the early stretches of the season? Tell us what you think. I mean, because we have become fans of the international games for... Huh? Yeah, we're having some feed issues here. Bear with me while we fix this.
I like the MLB in Japan. I don't like the timing of it because you have to play it at the start of the year,
Mhm.
and that annoys me. And it annoys me because I don't like when the season starts before opening day.
I mean, the real challenge you have at playing those games in the regular season is that you have such a long flight to Japan. You typically have to end a series on a Wednesday with this type of scenario. So you're flying out Wednesday afternoon for a really long flight to get you about a third of the way around the world, turn around, play 2 games on a Saturday or a Sunday, which was really a Friday night or Saturday night in the United States,
Yeah.
and then turn right back around and be prepared to play games at worst on a Wednesday, more probably a Tuesday. So it just makes it very, very hard to do so.
Exactly. Yeah.
What you probably would need to do, which is not ideal, is to start the entire season like the weekend before opening day in the United States and have every team play like a two game series or even a 3-game series, what the heck, against somebody.
What's
On the
up,
neutral side.
everybody? Philly sports guy. I saw him.
Nice. But have every international game and international series be played that new opening weekend. I don't like it. That might be the only way that you can do it.
No, what you can do, I guess, is it's not ideal, but you could play games in Japan
Mm-hmm.
and games in Seoul. like, because I think they should do both, and play them in Seoul on like a Thursday and Friday, Japan Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
2 different series, but have 4 days of baseball like that, and then the next week open that.
You could.
So send 4 teams out there to play two different 2-game series, and then
I think in that circumstance, you probably only would want each team to play 1 series, unless you have every team play 2 series.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is
Right.
each team would only play 1 series. You'd have like the Brewers and Astros play Thursday and Friday in Seoul, and then on Saturday and Sunday,
Like Dodgers, Giants.
yeah.
Yeah, but then the Dodgers and Giants, in terms of their travels, turning back to be able to play the turnaround.
There he is again.
There's a Philly sports guy. We're going to take care of business. That is one of his favorite phrases. He loves saying.
No, his favorite is "I ain't hear no bell yet."
Well, you hear a lot more. Take care of business, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that. It's his way of getting across his point.
As we are now underway after this pitch, Taijuan Walker for the Phillies, Francisco Lindor leads off for the Mets, starting off with the ball.
Just to give you an update, I'm not going to be here for the entire game. I'm going to be doing some editing, as well as some family to-do list type stuff, coming back and forth. You'll be here the whole time.
Yep.
I think what you would need to do, though, is set it up where if you're going to have 4 teams, you're probably just going to have those games be played simultaneously, 1 out on a grounder.
Yep.
And then, like say you have Brewers, Astros in Seoul. They would start the season with Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Dodgers, Giants, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon games. In those cities, you're still going to sell them out, even if it is weekday afternoon.
Yeah.
Those will still be sellout games. That's not going to be too much of a worry. And so you hold those games there, and then once they're done Thursday night, Friday afternoon, they then have enough time to fly back to the States, reacclimate themselves, and then start a 3-game series on Tuesday for their opener.
Yeah.
That's probably how you would have to handle the beginning of the season. Yeah. And you have to then use spring training as your way of getting it across.
Yeah, because, I mean, every team could easily play a special series as Alonso sends one to center field and Johan Rojas has it. You can easily do 2 London series, 3 in Mexico City, because Mexico City has a brand new stadium, 2 in Monterrey, and then Santo Domingo, San Juan, Tokyo, Seoul, Omaha, Williamsport, Birmingham, and the Field of Dreams.
Tokyo, Seoul, London, Omaha,
Williamsport.
At least Williamsport has a story behind it.
Omaha does too. College World Series.
It's nowhere near as great as the Little League World Series story, but
I
get it.
We should stream some Little League World Series.
If schedule and time allows and budget allows, we should go to some Little League World Series games. They're just a few hours away.
And strike.
Punch out.
Uno dos tres inning from Taiwan.
Down go the Mets.
Yup.
Yeah, if you look at the way that roof is constructed, you could see some foul balls go off it. But anyway, with the international other sites that we're talking about, you could do Tokyo, Osaka, Seoul, Sydney, each maybe having a game, and you could have 4 sets of games going on to start the season overseas, and that takes care of it in the first weekend.
I don't think they'll go to Sydney.
They've done it.
Yeah, like 15 years ago, and they haven't wanted to go back.
I think it would work, but that's just me.
I think that it makes much more sense to go to San Juan and Santo Domingo mid-season than to go to Osaka and to Sydney at the start of the year because you can just fit a couple more series in mid-year with no travel issues.
That's
it's
true.
A quick flight.
That's true. But is the goal to expand your major league market or just to play international games? Because to expand the major league market, I think what you need to do is go to the places where not everyone's watching games, just like they're doing with London.
That's true.
And you've got open opportunities with Sydney, with Osaka.
Yeah.
And that's why they do it.
As we do get a question about Japan, do we like Japan? I want to go to Tokyo.
Yes.
I would love to go to Tokyo.
I would love to travel to Japan, period.
And yeah, let's go Fightings. Sad.
I'm fixing some issues with the feed here, so bear with me. In fact, I think we're having some issues overall with Sling because they're calling Lifetime a sports channel. As my beloved your mommy Anonymommy is coming down, and
you have the wrong channel. We don't want to watch F1.
I know, but I'm trying to find a different ESPN feed that might have where maybe there's some sort of an alternate feed, like a Spanish language feed that maybe we could use in order to not have the problems we're having.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's just being
idiotic,
annoying. Yeah, it's just annoying.
At least it's a commercial break while that's happening.
That's true. Good first inning for the Phils. I guess looking to keep it going on the hitting side of things. In the bottom of the inning, the Phillies are just so good this year.
I mentioned it to you a couple nights ago. This team has the chance. They have to win the World Series or it means nothing. But they have the chance to be the best team baseball has seen since the 98 Yankees.
Possible.
They have one of the best pitching staffs I've ever seen.
That's going too far.
No, it's not.
They're
that good.
They have 4 good starters.
Exactly. They have one of the best pitching staffs I've ever seen. Most teams don't have 4 good starters.
What I'm saying.
Most championship teams don't have 4 good starters.
What I'm trying to say. No, because I'm being critical because they should have 5 good starters, but Taijuan Walker's in the rotation instead of Spencer Turnbull. That's why I say that.
But I don't think any team out there has 5 good starters or has ever had, with rare exception, 5 good starters.
That's fair.
So 4 is incredible.
Yeah, Kyle Schwarber up to lead off. I still don't get why this guy leads off. Against lefties, or is it lefties or righties that he's good against?
You would think it would be righties.
I forget. Against one of the two, it makes sense for him to lead off.
Yeah.
But against the other, he should get benched. I forget the exact. Here, I can find it quick. If I look at his splits.
I mean, this may be the biggest crowd in baseball all year long.
No, it will be.
Yes. I love it. It brings back when Yankee Stadium had 67,000 people.
Yeah.
They have the old Cleveland Stadium, 85,000.
And the Mets. Oh, Schwarber ran it out. What happened? Bless you.
Excuse me. I'll be right back.
Okay, so looking here at Phillies splits, we're going to go to the split against who's starting for the Mets today? Oh, what's this guy's name? I can't see it. And the catcher there just lost the ball, so that's fun. And a strike there. JT Realmuto at the dish now for the Phils. And a ball there outside. So Jose Quintana, who, by the way, is now an American citizen, so that's cool. Jose Quintana, not whoever I just accidentally looked up. Who it seems like I accidentally looked up the name of Some doo-doo. I don't know. So he's a righty. No, he's a lefty. He throws left. Okay, so he's a lefty. 2 guys on there for the Phillies. I thought he was a lefty. I'm just being sure because it's early and I'm tired. And here comes Bryce Harper. As the Phillies fans, some of them on their feet. So versus lefties. It's, again, 2 guys on. Harper about to his first pitch. And that's way high. So Schwarber against lefties batting .310, right? He's an absolute beast. Sosa's batting .333, JT .314. The Phillies hit lefties really well. But then when you look at what they do against righties, so Schwarber batting .310 against lefties, but for righties, he's batting .172. He just needs to be sat against righties. And Thomas Hero in here.
He needs to be sad against righties.
I said sat.
He's so sad. He's sad against.
No, we're not in London, but we are watching a game in London. So 2 guys on here. Yesterday, Bryce Harper hit a home run and was very excited and yelled, "I love soccer," while doing the classic soccer slide celebration. And baseball, road tripper in the middle, saying, "Is there an SAP button? I'd like to hear this in British." Sadly, I don't think there is. I mean, I can name my British impression. Will you like a cup of tea, mate? But it's not very good. Oh, and the feed went out. Okay, so now you're either going to get me yapping or me. Okay, so I can't open my dad's phone because it's locked. I was going to try to open it and put the game back on, but that doesn't work. Dad!
Okay.
Can you put the thing back on? It went out again. I was hoping that your phone would be like open so I could just hit it, but it wasn't.
It's not being friendly.
Baseball Road Trooper wants us to be doing this game in British.
Oh, Lord. Do you really want to hear that?
Yeah, I did like a... Yeah, I can't do a good English accent. It's too early for that. I'm tired.
What we should do is not necessarily a full English show, but do half English, half Ted Lasso.
I had pancakes with strawberries for breakfast. That was my breakfast.
I had a very New York breakfast, a bagel.
New York bagel.
New York.
New York. I'm walking here.
Now watch American sport, man.
All right, let's go, Alec. If you want to go see British people talk about soccer specifically, A&J Reacts, go check those guys out with their soccer coverage. They're going to be coming. They keep saying that they want to come to Philly for the World Cup just so they can get a Philly cheesesteak.
Nice.
It's the only reason they want to come to Philly.
Nice.
Philly cheesesteak. And there is a strike to Alec Bowden.
Are we watching cricket?
No, we're not watching cricket. Hey, shout out Team USA Cricket.
Yes.
Though. Cricket is, I don't understand it. It's very confusing. I don't watch it. I think it's poor man's baseball. But shout out to Team USA.
It is a long game, and apparently it's like tennis that you can't cheer.
Yeah.
Which I think is absolute ding-dong.
Tennis I'll watch on TV.
It's like golf. You can't cheer until the ball until like the club hits the ball, and then you can scream, "Get him in!"
Yeah.
That's all people ever do.
Tennis seems like a very, like the U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm.
It seems more like a social event. Like the celebrities all just show up because like it's the place to be.
Partially, and because it has a worldwide audience.
Yeah.
So it gets their brand and their name out to the world. But most of them probably don't care about tennis until you actually have them at like the Grand Slam events.
Yeah.
But even if you're up in the bleacher kind of stands, it is still said to be like the loudest, most fun atmosphere in tennis, the U.S. Open in New York.
Yeah, it seems fun.
Oh, it is
I'd
ridiculously fun. It's super expensive.
Yeah.
But
golf seems okay. Like I go to Augusta. If you can get your hands on Masters tickets, it's not that expensive.
Right. There's just a waiting list that's longer than the Packers season ticket waiting list.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And food there is cheap too. It's like $5 per sandwich.
Bases loaded and nobody out.
Yup. All right, let's go. Alec Bohm.
301 does that?
No, that's a UK Phillies fan, I think.
Oh. Yes, they always sing songs during the game.
There is a Phillies bar in London, past Yonk Avenue.
Yes,
for those who have not heard.
Loved seeing the footage from there.
Rob Thompson gave a toast on Thursday night.
Sounds right.
But yeah. Yeah, the Masters lottery for next year is open.
Ah, okay.
Fun.
And for more golf content, check out Baseball Road Tripper. He's got a lot of it, especially with his guy Jared and their golf hijinks. Go check them out. Name of the channel again is. Let us know in the comments. That's because I don't have enough caffeine in my brain yet today.
He's tired.
Very tired. It's been a long weekend. 75 to 25 in the percentile range for Phillies fans too, and that's going to be a double play possibly. Yep.
Uno.
But a run scores.
Let's go Phillies.
Run scores in the worst way possible, but it's a run.
Okay, let me change our thing.
Now, the golf event I'd prefer going to would be
Flyover Country Club. There you go.
Boom, that's right. Flyover Country Club. Go check them out. I would rather go to the Ryder Cup more than anything else. That is the most raucous, fun golfing event that I can think of.
I just want to go to Augusta because it's Augusta.
I know, but
does that make sense?
Yeah, but to me, it's a little too hoity-toity for my taste, and that's just more. Did the inning just end? We didn't see how it ended.
No, I think it's just being stupid.
Yeah, I'm going back and trying to fix it. No, the inning ended.
Oh, fun! I don't know how that happened.
Either that or somebody at ESPN punched the wrong button.
Benny and Greg made the trip over across the pond. Fun.
Oh yeah, Benny, our favorite New York Mets fan. At least in the YouTube world, we have other friends who are New York Mets fans who are awesome humans. So good people can have bad taste in sports teams and still be good people.
Yeah.
Boom.
Unless you're all the people who said F you to us at the Mets-Spurs game.
There were a handful.
But that's more than I've gotten at any other game.
Yeah, and that's probably out of about maybe 5,000 people that we walked past.
I know.
So
I'm just saying, I'm still saying that it was the worst. Like it was still. I know that it's still a small percentage. I'm just saying, like.
Right. Do you have an ESPN on upstairs?
I don't have my TV at all on upstairs. Okay,
because I'm trying to figure out if that's part of a problem.
There's no way it would be because I haven't turned my TV on.
Okay. Well. Then I don't know what the problem is. Why am I doing a French accent instead of an English?
MLB was supposed to be in Paris next year, and then they canceled that.
Yeah. Instead for 2025, you know what I think they could do, and they did this before for some servicemen. I think in North Carolina, they had a series out there. Have a 2-game series at a makeshift stadium built on a U.S. military installation in Germany, and give as many tickets as are going unsold to the troops that are out there.
Yep.
They will appreciate that so much. I mean, like, I would do that on, when's Armed Forces Day?
The weekend before Memorial Day.
Do it Armed Forces weekend.
The Brewers have to be playing that.
Yes, because Germany, because beer. So,
as we see this transformation of London Stadium.
And if the Brewers are involved, they should wear their beer brower jerseys that they wore from back in the 2000s.
I'd wear the Brew Crew.
Yeah, I wore that for one of them.
It's for the City Connect.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Who's up? Oh, it's JD. JD or JT? That's the question.
Shakespeare. JD, old JT. That is the question. Yes, that was bad.
I was really pumped to do the Paris series next year. I will never forgive Manfred for canceling that. One of the top 1,000 bad ideas he's had. We were talking about London or not London, Oakland yesterday.
That's the much worse one than Paris because I think there were stadium issues involved with that they couldn't get around.
The issue is they couldn't find a promoter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So I think that's sometimes out of baseball's control.
Well, what do you need a promoter for, though? Like, what do they need that for?
They don't know how to sell tickets in France.
That's a good point.
They probably don't have a lot of supremely strong French-speaking ticket sellers.
Yeah, in my head, I'm just thinking you're the MLB. You should be able to promote anything yourself without an issue.
You
just talk to the people from like the French Soccer Federation.
Why would they want to support someone taking their money?
Because you pay them. You pay them to promote.
You can't pay us enough. That's the attitude I'd be taking.
Then talk to PSG. Talk to someone. PSG season won't be going on.
That actually makes a little bit of sense. But
if you put them in the middle of summer and then talk to PSG, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, but they're also kind of busy right now. Paris 2024.
Yeah, which I get.
So, but I think you have to have better planning.
Yeah.
And I think that was the big problem.
I heard a thought about the MLB going to the Netherlands because the Netherlands are apparently good at baseball.
I could see a series in Amsterdam.
If Taylor Swift tickets were cheaper for people in the U.S., then MLB tickets would be a hard sell. Yeah. Joey, the Mountaineer season
Yep.
ended last night, so that's tough. I paid attention to that. They had a good season. Made it to the Super Regionals.
Yes.
Got swept by North Carolina. But, I mean, taking that, they had a good first weekend, right? They beat GCU. They took down Grand Canyon. Who else did they beat? They beat Dallas Baptist, I think so.
I would love to get to a Mountaineers series in Morgantown during the regular season.
I don't want to go to that. I want to go to the Backyard Brawl at PNC.
When's that going to be?
It's like April.
That would be ridiculously cool as well. But it needs to be on a long weekend for us.
Yeah, I get that. But I would just love to go to the Backyard Brawl at PNC Park.
Yeah.
Any excuse to get me to PNC.
That is such a cool
I love that place. They're talking about that on the ESPN broadcast. Yeah. Or not ESPN, Fox broadcast yesterday.
But to your point, Baseball Road Tripper, again, that's why I think it would be an easier sell to do the series in Germany on like a U.S. military base. Because I don't think you really have a stadium in Germany that's baseball ready necessarily. Yeah. So you'd have to build one of those temporary ones.
Yeah.
And then have this.
Another Philly sports guy.
The Philly sports guy is like getting 10 minutes of airtime per game in this. It's just spectacular. But yeah, they ought to do it on a U.S. military base. So. Oh, you're talking heartbreak. Man,
I didn't watch the game. I was watching yesterday's Phillies-Mets game. And then after that, I forget what time the game was, but after that, I was watching the Brewers, and then I was watching the NHL. So I did see it was on, and I turned it on for a little bit. And I'm like, they're losing. I'll check back in.
I think you would get a big crowd traveling for a series in Germany if it's Brewers Cubs. Two cities with a lot of German heritage.
You just be Cubs fans. Brewers fans aren't going to spend that money.
When we were in Boston, we had fans come up to us and tell us that the only team that drew more fans from
That's
the
a good
road
point.
team
That's a good point.
than Milwaukee did in that series,
That's a good point.
vlog coming, by the way, are Yankees fans.
Yeah, that's a decent point.
Milwaukee fans travel. Now, will they be outdrawn by Chicago? Sadly, yes.
Comfortably outdrawn.
Comfortably outdrawn. But if they want to but they typically want to market these games to big market teams because, very frankly, they're going to have a better chance of having a huge amount of people travel.
Yeah. I think the Phillies will have more fans than the Brewers at that point.
Weekday series, I think.
That's a good point.
So I think the Brewers are still going to outdraw them, at least this year.
Yeah.
And I think the Phillies fans are like the Brewers fans in the level of loyalty and willing to spend. There's just more of them.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I mean, the metro area of Philadelphia is 3 times the size of Milwaukee.
Exactly.
So you're going to have more Phillies fans. Now, the difference between Packers and Eagles, you still have more Packers fans.
Packers have better.
Because they're a national team. The Eagles just aren't.
The Packers are who they need to put in Germany.
That would make ridiculous
They need the Packers
sense.
in Germany.
But they are smart for putting a national team in the first game in Brazil where it's never been done before.
Yeah. I do like the idea of I think when the NFL is probably going to be going to Dublin in the next few years, they're looking at that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Patriots will probably be playing in Dublin.
You probably have good odds of the Bears and the Steelers. Steelers because the Rooney family, I believe one of their family members was an ambassador to Ireland.
Okay.
And the size of the Irish population in Chicago.
That's true. You don't think the Patriots would?
The Patriots might.
Yeah.
I think they definitely have a possibility. But I see Pittsburgh or Chicago being more likely. Let's see. We got
Talking about the Jays.
Thoughts.
So the only teams that I guess came out and said we want to go to Paris were the Yankees and Dodgers. I could have saw Blue Jays Yankees would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah. Up, doink. Philly just got doinked in the elbow.
You know, what's funny is if there's a benches clearing brawl in London.
You don't get a lot of fights in soccer. You just don't. The fights are among the fans, not the players.
You just get a lot of flopping.
Yeah.
Try getting that working, trying to come back from the hammy injury.
That would be an interesting sight to see how the English fan would react to a fight going on. Giving them
fights in baseball are fun.
They are. Of
course,
we don't,
the Brewers have gotten it a lot this year.
I know.
We're the bad boy Brewers.
Yeah.
I don't mind embracing that.
I don't want to embrace that. Win clean, win classy.
No, but this team is, like, they're dogs, though.
Yeah, they're not a dirty team. They're just a team that's willing to fight. There's a little bit of difference.
Yeah.
They play by the rules. So, and, you make a good point. You make good
Sox in Ireland would be madness for,
All right.
A St. Paddy's Day series, not a terrible idea, honestly. I like it.
Cold.
That's true. I just don't see the MLB's next destination being Ireland. I think it's more likely they go to mainland Europe first.
That makes sense. I see the devil's advocate argument being fans will travel to Ireland.
Which is true.
So, size of Irish hurling field. Because what I want to see is whether a hurling field for the Irish sport of hurling would fit if you could put a major league field in there. Because you may or may not be able to. I have to look.
Discover Philadelphia putting up a lot of money to get their name on the electric signage screens. Yesterday, Whit Merrifield hits a hit ball. How about that? A guy you don't usually see hitting home runs. he did it. So good for him.
All right. It's 90 meters max.
How many feet's that?
From sideline to sideline. That's close to 300 feet.
Okay.
From sideline to sideline. And then 145 meters max. So meters to feet. You're talking
Swing and miss from Merrifield.
And your typical backstop is what? Like 60 feet behind home plate?
Yeah.
You could theoretically have a center field that would be 415 feet away.
Okay.
So that would be legit major league size. The challenge you're going to have is going to be up 1, 2.
Italy would also be fantastic. As I told him yesterday, MLB in the Roman Coliseum.
Ah! Man.
Toll, we're going to win it. I don't get cricket, as I said earlier. I think it's very confusing. Hey, Chase Ollie's in the booth.
Hey.
Shout out Chase Ollie. He's an official ambassador. He lives in London.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he lives there. But, yeah, Team USA has a match against India coming up in the group stage. So, I guess go USA, even though I don't understand cricket. But if we win, then that'll be cool. I know John Boy Media. I know John Boy's a official commentator of the Cricket World Cup.
Nice. The problem you're going to have is the width of a hurling field in Ireland.
Yeah.
Because you're talking 45 meters to one side of the plate, like straight to the right, 45 to the other side of the plate. Then you go with a 45-degree angle. I'm remembering my geometry right now from high school. So, trying to figure this out. Okay. It's 140. So 145 times 145 is that times 2. And the square root of...
How do we get a square root ball into a baseball?
Because this is how you figure out how long it's going to be down the line. So,
you know what I do? I just put a picture of an MLB baseball field on top of a hurling field and figure it out.
Easy.
Based off of the visuals.
Okay.
Math is not my favorite.
Yeah, it's not mine either, apparently.
No, but you're really good at it. I am kind of good at it. Not really. I'm trying to remember what I got on my math. I think I got a 94 on my math exam.
Yeah, you're only going to be able to hit it 205 down the line.
That's an issue.
That's a problem. So what you would need to do probably is do it LA Coliseum style.
Yeah.
Which would mean, let's see. Welcome to Baseball Math on Sorgi Stories. Let's see. So you're talking...
The foul territory would be wicked.
Yes.
Nordic Series would be decent too. The late sunsets could mean pushing back the local start time to allow better
100-foot height.
Steroids, yeah.
Like clear glass 100-foot height.
I always thought that a clear glass version of the Green Monster would be cooler than MLB Stadium.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, not to where they could use that space to actually, like, have fans, like, inside of it.
So 90 meters.
Jeff McNeil up for the Mets. Boo! Reese's batter. Reese's batter.
Even if you put it at a right angle, you're still going to have a problem. because the longest you're going to be able to go is like 200. Actually, it might not be as bad. Hang on.
While he yaps about math,
Yeah,
Walker and Jeff McNeil face off here.
You're probably going to go max 250 down the line. I don't think Toll Road. I don't think they even allow. I don't think they even allow people to watch the game inside that bar.
Oh, the restaurant we saw.
Right. They close off the view during the games. I mean, really what you would need to do is play the game on a cricket ground.
Which is doable.
So the biggest question is, where is there like a big cricket ground in Ireland? I don't know if there really is.
Well, I know we're better at cricket than they are.
We'll find out.
No,
they're in the same group.
Yeah, but they have 0 points and we have 4 points. We're better than Pakistan. We're better than India. We're better than Canada. Okay. And we're better than Ireland, based off the standings. If we beat India, that'd be cool. Primetime Travelers in the building. Says, want to pop in and say hello. Hope the show is going great.
How you doing?
Good, good to see you.
We're watching Primetime Travelers, the Phillies and Mets right now in London.
Swing and a miss. Forcing fastball.
To play a baseball game at a cricket ground in Ireland, we would either have to go to Malahide, Clontarf, Stormont, or Brady, or even Pembroke or Oak Hill. The big one is Malahide.
Okay.
It is a circular ground.
Ooh, cookie cutter style.
Mm-hmm. It seats about 10,000 right now. So the minimum would probably have to add about another 20,000 seats.
As Baseball Reservoir says, this is also something they can't modify or don't modify the stadium. Guessing some of the hurling stadiums also host other sports that are multi-purpose.
They are, but most don't have retractable sideline seats. So they're not going to be able to move them in and out like you do with, say, the old 1970s cookie cutter stadiums of Major League Baseball.
Or West Ham. They moved a section of West Ham out.
But they also planned it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, they planned it to be able to be retractable. Most of these are going to be like concrete, solid stuff that you just can't break apart. Yeah. So you're not really going to be able to do much in that department. So you probably have to have it on a cricket ground. If that's what you do, that's what you do.
MLB in India.
I had someone comment on that. Number one, you're going to get probably a ton of fans just because of the sheer size of the country.
I don't think people really watch baseball in India, but I think it could be a good opportunity to get people to. 2,
your nighttime games are going to be breakfast hour here.
Which is perfect.
It would be. It would be. Man, Chase with the Philly sports guy, like, high cut.
Yeah.
I wonder if you go to the same barber.
One lives in London and one lives in Greater Philadelphia.
That's true. Oh, I got a long ball. It's not going to be enough.
Rojas makes the play.
Beautiful.
And out. Just
Double
got
play?
Back the other day from Hope, Little Rock, Memphis, and Paris, Tennessee. Talking to Toll.
Toll was in Paris, Tennessee recently.
Fun.
With my new practice, my new job, it's not new. I've been doing it for about 10, 11 months. I just don't have time to watch any vlogs. You deserve more than I can give right now. It's
Lindor at the dish now. Hulk.
Nice little 12-6 curve.
Yep.
Britain Mets.
That is a much worse flag than the UK Phillies one.
Amen, because at least UK Phillies keeps the British colors.
No, I meant like the design. They don't just have words. They actually like a bell and it says UK Phillies and it's all like nice.
This team that was made about the country that escaped British rule, and now we're all buds.
As a Phillies fan, put on their shirt yesterday. The British blew a 13-colony lead.
Nice. Trying to think of the worst collapse that you've ever seen in a regular season.
Ooh. The Cubs last year was pretty bad. The Mets every year, the last couple of years.
Ooh, this is dropping.
The Phillies playoff collapses. That did not drop.
Yeah.
Johan Rojas is fast.
I'll take that. We'll take it.
And as you all see Buckingham Palace, trust me, we're not going anywhere, but we're going to show you Buckingham Palace so we can be like the about thing. What we're going to do, though, is do like that so you all can see this wonderful graphic. They show you Buckingham Palace, we show you Buckingham Palace. And
Excellent.
we are now... Hopefully I hit the wrong... No, that's not the right thing. That's the right thing.
Yeah,
there we
go. 3 guests coming on today?
No, that was the 4 guest setup.
Oh, nice.
Brewers, no, the Brewers aren't collapsing. The Brewers are given the second best chance to win the World Series by Baseball Reference.
Which I still find mind-blowing.
We need to look up how they decide that, how their computers come up with those statistics.
That's some strange algorithm that most baseball fans don't get. I mean, because, as I said before...
I agree with it.
No, you want to agree with it. I wouldn't agree with it.
Exactly.
I want to agree with it.
Yes.
But, I mean, like I said before, the Phils have a chance to be the best team since the 98 Yankees. They're that good.
But it's like
It means nothing if they don't win the World Series.
They beat themselves last year.
I don't know if I would say they beat themselves as much as Arizona
The D-backs didn't do
played
a thing.
ridiculous.
The D-backs didn't deserve to be there.
They got so hot.
The Phillies couldn't hit. In games 5, 6, and 7, they couldn't hit. And the Diamondbacks don't have that good of a pitching staff.
I'm going to do a little bit of research here. We're going to get the numbers to see it.
Also, way too early prediction, the Brewers will clinch the NL Central against the Phillies in Milwaukee.
The Brewers will clinch the NL Central against the Phils in Milwaukee. Fanatic!
And the Phillies will clinch the East at the same time. They'll clinch the same series.
They will clinch during the same series. They might clinch during the same game.
I think the Phillies will clinch 2 days before the Brewers. I think the Phillies clinch in game 1 and the Brewers clinch in game 3.
That would be fine.
Which I actually would want the Phillies to clinch in game 1. Actually, I'd hope the Phillies would have already clinched. So then they sit their starters. Because that would just make sense.
Agreed.
So the Mets will not be making the playoffs. I think that's pretty safe to say. Sitting 9 games below 500. Oh, it's the 3rd inning. I forgot to update that. It still says the first here.
All right.
Long first inning, folks. Very long first inning.
15, 17, 27.
There.
The Phillies scored 4.4 runs per game in that 7-game series.
I'm talking about the end of the series.
End of the series? Yeah.
The last few games.
Well,
their bats were fine the first few, and then it was a mix of Craig Kimbrell being terrible at his job. And Dad, you might know this. What was that movie about turning a cricket player into a major leaguer?
Don't remember. Oh man.
Real story, apparently.
In the 5 playoff games before they played the Phillies,
the
Arizona against the Brewers and the Dodgers, Arizona only scored 2.2 or only allowed 2.2 runs per game.
No, there's a reason.
That's called a good.
There's a reason for that. So the Brewers I get because the Brewers Craig Counsell made some stupid moves. The Brewers, but the Dodgers were such favorites in that series. They were such favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And then the D-backs just came out in game 1 and shocked them. And that's why they lost, is because I think of the element of surprise in that first game.
Okay.
That they just didn't, and they didn't see it coming. They thought that they had the series on locks. It's the same thought as the Phillies sweeping the Cardinals in the wild card in 2022. The Phillies weren't supposed to do that, but they just came out and won baseball games because they came to play.
But I also think Arizona's had some good pitching.
What I'm saying is that they played better, but like they weren't the better team. They just came to play, and the other team didn't. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then the team that plays better is a better team. But
I mean, like overall, like not
right.
just in that series. I mean, like overall. Like,
I get it. But I still think the numbers bear out that it could have been a lot more Arizona excellence than Philadelphia failure.
But like that's what I'm saying. I say the same thing. I said this on Friday night about the Eagles and Patriots Super Bowl. If the Carson Wentz doesn't get hurt, the Eagles win the Super Bowl. There's no question.
Right.
But without Carson Wentz, I think the Patriots, even though they had this miracle run, I just think the Patriots, I think the Eagles came to play, and they wanted it more, and they cared more, and they played hard.
Tom Brady throwing 500 yards in that game.
No, I mean the Patriots defense. Patriots defense is supposed to be really, really good.
Well, it was really, really good. It just happened to be that Philadelphia played the game of a lifetime, but they also played outside the box and did things that no one thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Eli Burns, boom.
End of the day, someone loses in that. Exactly. Yes. Tigers, yeah. Brewers are going for the sweep against them.
Sorry, not sorry.
Niners to the Super Bowl, maybe. I don't want to see it. I think if we get another Chiefs-Niners Super Bowl, it's just boring. I want to see someone else. Packers-Texans would be what I would hope for.
I'm going to make a way too early prediction, which means it's probably going to change. But I'm thinking right now, this upcoming Super Bowl, the Lions. Next year's Super Bowl, the Packers.
Before last season, I said the Lions and the Jets in this year's Super Bowl.
I think the AFC is the Chiefs to lose. Because that defense.
I think the Texans might come out and shock them.
But I think somebody in the NFC surprises them.
No, yeah, I think it's the NFC Super Bowl winners.
And
I think there are only 3 teams in the NFC who are real contenders.
And I also think Detroit is the perfect team to go up against Kansas City.
Yeah, they beat them last year.
Not just because they beat them last year, but they're so unpredictable.
That's true. But there are only, I think, 3 real contenders in the NFC. It's the Niners, the Lions, and the Packers.
Oh, I love your phrase, baseball road tripper. On paper versus in game.
Exactly.
As the voice of the Packers, Wayne Larrabee, says, the paper is used to put fishes in.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, Toll Road, your last one. Love it.
Gambling advice for the lad.
Never bet on the Jets.
Jets. Some Packers fans are like, we shouldn't root for the Jets. We should be so anti-Jets. I'm like, bro, I don't care. If Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl, good for him. I'm over Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not a fan of the dude, but whatever.
Give me Jordan Love. I want Jordan Love to win a Super Bowl. If Aaron Rodgers wins one, whatever.
After the next out in this to finish up the third, I'm going to go and work on some editing.
Okie dokie, have fun.
So for our next vlog, which we're finally actually going to be doing a vlog, we think. It's been too long. But when you work a job that is basically sun up to sundown, in a lot of ways, it ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Quintana here. 1-2 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the third, by the way. Man on first. This is the first stream I've done a while where I'm not actually talking about the game.
Well, it's because I'm on. When I'm here, it turns out almost like a Manning cast.
We yap too much.
We yap. Let's just have fun.
Yeah.
Like guys at a pub. Yes, baseball.
Much excite. Very loud.
Boom.
All right, let's go, Royce.
And that one hits the London Eye.
I'm sorry, but when it says Harper, walk. Like, just give me... And here's what annoys me about the thing where it's like 0 for 1 with a walk. A walk counts just as much as a hit.
Well,
like, can we not count a walk as a 1 for, like, just put 1 for 2?
And a strikeout means go off.
I'm just saying.
Is just what happened.
It just annoys me.
Well,
a walk means it counts just like a walk puts you at first base just like a base hit does.
In spirit, you're right. Are you changing what Major League Baseball and the Allied Sports Bureau is ever going to do?
No, I'm just saying my opinion.
And you have a very, very valid opinion. It just ain't ever changing. It just ain't ever changing. So, yes, Toll Road, we have about 2 years of material waiting.
A lot of games.
A lot of games, a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So, you're going to see some videos where his voice is going to be much higher than it is right now.
They do measure OBP. Yes, I do like OBP. OBP just goes into slugging, or not slugging, goes into OPS, which is what I look at. Give me the guy's OPS, give me the guy's average.
Oh, Toll Road? Where are your priorities, man?
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to watch the Cubs either.
But
hey, the Reds are back, though. The Reds resurrected their season.
Chicago Cubs fans annoy Reds fans almost as much as they do Milwaukee Brewers fans because they travel that much.
They pack out. I mean, I guess Great American Ballpark usually isn't as full as Miller Park.
Yeah, I mean, but it's only 4.5 hours to Cincy.
It's true.
And that's a weekend trip, easy weekend trip that a lot of Cubs fans make.
It's like Phillies in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
same idea.
So I'm going to go off and do some editing. I shall be back before the end of the game.
I will also take a break and let you guys enjoy some music. Let's see what music we're going to put on. I don't really know. Let's figure it out. What song? This one was liked in one of our past streams, so we're going to use this again. This is Cookies and Cream from Academic right here on Sorgi Stories. And we are back in London. Philly Mets top of fourth inning. Anthony Sorgi alongside. 1 out here. Brandon Nemo at the dish. The Philly Fanatic currently in the ESPN booth. Enjoying the game with Tim Kirkchin, Doug Lanville, and Michael Kay. The Philly Fanatic in his London Guard outfit. And strike 3, 2 down here. In the fourth inning, the Phillies still winning 1-0. A surprising lack of offense thus far in London. As we're seeing the Phillies chain guy. I think that's his name. Philly chain guy. One of those two. And the pitch to Martinez is low for a ball. Okay, our graphics back. I'm going to grab my glass of water.
There's Fanatic.
Yep. So 1-1 to Martinez now. He's out for 1 on the day. Phillies being given a 70% chance to win this game. So that's cool. 2-1 now to Martinez. And a grounder foul. The Phillies, I mean, we talked about it, but, I mean, they've been really good this year. Going to be interesting to see what moves they make when Trey Turner ends up having to return, as well as Brandon Marsh. The same deal with him when he comes back. What is going to end up happening should be pretty intriguing to watch what goes on with those two guys. Martinez sends one way foul into the stands. A lot of foul ground in London. You can see that as well on both sides of the playing field. A lot of foul ground. So 2-2 to JD. Walker 53 pitches on the day. That one, a splitter that goes foul this morning. In London, the Philly Fanatic and a band enjoy the South Philly tailgate. You see UK Phillies there with the Philly Fanatic taking a picture. Go follow UK Phillies on the IGs. And, well, there is strike 3. So that is the end of the top of the fourth, and the Philly Fanatic still stands guard. And then gives Tim Kirkin a kiss. God bless the Phillies.
Is it more of a Zerbert?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it qualifies more as a Zerbert.
I don't know. But my mom just came downstairs, so I'm going to go talk to her. So enjoy the next song. I don't know what it's going to be, but I guess you'll find out. Let's just go with YouTube Classic Salamanca by Sarah. This is a really tough word. Sarah the Instrumentalist. There you go. back here in London, bottom of the fourth. Got some watermelon. Because who doesn't like watermelon, right? So, cheers.
We should have had strawberries and cream.
But to quote Bob Uecker, it's just not summer without it. Watermelon is I won't eat watermelon unless it's the summer. Can you even get watermelon when it's not the summer? Not regularly, right? Oh, I forgot to do my All-Star vote yesterday. Vote Brewers. But don't vote Jackson Chourio, people. Vote Blake Perkins. He deserves to be an All-Star, and he's not even on the ballot. Which is... he actually, seriously, I do think should be on the, ballot. The dude has one of the highest WARs of any outfielder in the league. Give him his respect. Castellanos outruns a tap down the third base line. And he just tapped it right down the line, and the pitcher couldn't get there in time. Small ball, people. It works. It's a good strategy. This game it's been a slow-moving game so far. An hour in, and we've only gotten through 3.5 innings. The 0-1 to Sosa is an out, and he is going to drive that one. That's down. Castellanos will be at third. Is he going to go home? And he is safe. Bad throw. And the play at second also safe. Phillies lead 2-0 on a Edmundo Sosa double. Let's go Fightins. Sad. Joey, appreciate you. And Nick in the chat. Nick's our good luck charm. Nick, hope Ultra Serving Mass was well. Great play there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and update this score. Change that graphic. There we go. And now it is Whit Merrifield up to the dish. The Mets not playing the best baseball. Highest payroll in baseball, but hasn't turned out to be much. Things on the up and up in Queens. Building a... Ooh, I'm sorry, Nick. 20-minute homily. Yikes.
Isn't Pope Francis's rule 8 minutes?
Yeah, I know.
Philly score, though.
And TDB says, I have no idea why I'm here, but Joey Foster sent me. How do I get home? It's a great question. Okay. Nick said that I asked Nick how Max was, and he said, Father Mike 20-minute homily. So, fun. For those who Owen Witt gets a hit, also known as Hit Witt, because he gets hits every once in a while. He has a bad average. But that drives a third run home, so Phil's 3-0 now. Kyle Schwarber dancing a little bit. And now it is Weston Wilson, the former Brewers prospect, up to the plate. He had a homer in his MLB debut, which was also the night that Michael Lorenzen had his no-hitter last year, so that's cool. But for those of you who are not Catholic and are trying to figure out why a 20-minute homily is long, 20-minute homily is double what the Pope wants Bahamas to be. So, yeah. Phillies fan has a crown on his head. Crown Bryce Harper the King of England. Why not? King Charles doesn't help kids ask their prom dates out. To the wall. Great play.
Catch.
Who was that?
Give him credit.
I don't know who that was in right field, but good catch. 29. He looks hurt. So that's not good.
I don't think walls out there are as major league
padded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree. And his back and his head hit the wall. And then the chain fence.
Hit the cage.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll hurt. The Phillies fans thought it was gone. And they're in shock. A fan might have spilled a little bit of beer there. Mets trainers out there.
By the way, for any
saying, I'm good.
This is Daddy off screen. For any of our fans who know of really cool songs on Epidemic Sound, we will take requests.
Do any of them use Epidemic Sound? If you don't use Epidemic Sound, go to Sound Service. Okay, and he will stay in the game. That's right, Fielder will. You have that in the building. Good to see you. TDB saying, Joey Foster waiting to get home. Thoughts on the Pirates? Shout out, Pittsburgh. We were talking about PNC Park. Paul Skeens is good. Pirates will probably make the playoffs, maybe. Find out. Very competitive in our wild card race this year. Between the Cubs, Padres, Reds, Pirates, Giants. A lot of teams in the race. Is Witt hurt? What's going on with Witt? He just ran back to first. I missed why. And a single there from Johan Rojas. So first and second now with 2 outs for Kyle Schwarber. I don't have thoughts when it comes to baseball. Well, I do have thoughts, but none that you want to hear. Joe, wasn't there? Is this a pitching change? Maybe. Yep, pitching change. Okay, so Quintana heads out in the 4th. Into the game comes number 81, who I don't know the name of because I don't watch the Mets very much. Probably should have. I should have printed the rosters. I only really do that for basketball, though, if I don't know the team. But, you're back.
I'm back just for a second.
Okay.
I'm looking at how many videos we've done.
200 something.
290 something, I believe.
What are we going to do for Vlog 300?
The one I'm working on might be Vlog 300. We'll have to see.
Okay. Well, that'd be pretty 300.
Let's see. Content.
Joey, wasn't there a guy on WVU who hit a lot of home runs this year? And he's like the all-time WVU home run king now. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that WVU has a new home run king. Because I do follow WVU baseball on Instagram. So 3-0 in the 4th. Let me pull up the Mets roster here so I can know who's who. Mets roster.
we've got a lot more videos than I thought we had.
Oh, we're over 300?
Yeah, we're like 321.
Oh, fun.
I don't know how that happened.
Well, then what's going to be for? Probably because of all the football stuff we did last year.
No, I thought we were in the 290s.
Okay, so now in the game for the Mets is Danny Young. So let's talk a little bit about Danny Young. Is he good? Is he bad? We'll find out when MLB.com loads, as we are back here at London Stadium. Maybe they'll show us the ERA. No, they won't, because ESPN kind of stinks. And check swing there from Kyle Schwarber. So a 1-0 count with 2 on, 2 out here. Oh, there's the ERA. 123 and 7 1/3 innings over 7 games. A K rate of 31%. Not too shabby for Danny Young. And another outside pitch. That 1-2-3 ERA, pretty impressive. In the outfield, by the way, that was DJ Stewart who was shaken up. So Kitana now in the dugout looking at all of his tape. Joey has no idea, but we have a good pitcher. Okay. WVU is, I guess, technically my college team, although I don't watch them. But, like, I guess they're technically the team I root for in college. If you could bring back, okay, this is a good question to involve you. If you could bring back one defunct professional sports team, who would it be?
One defunct professional sports team, meaning they no longer exist, period, or that you can include teams that have moved to other cities?
I guess we can include that, like the Expos, but not like the Milwaukee Braves. You can't say that.
Oakland Raiders.
It's fair. I was going to say the Expos.
The Expos are a fantastic pick.
Yeah.
Fantastic pick. But I would...
The Hartford Whalers are a consideration.
But I think you have to... I would be going for teams that were iconic. Like the
Supersonics.
That would be a great one, but would you rather have the Seattle Supersonics or the Oakland Raiders? The Brooklyn Dodgers.
Ooh, the Dodgers are good.
I mean, those are the ones that I would think of.
The Dodgers, though, are like in LA now. They have the Yankees and Mets, so it's not that.
Yeah, but with the Giants moving, you probably could have the Mets still exist.
Yeah, but then there wouldn't be a team in LA.
Yeah, there would.
The Angels.
They'd have an expansion team out there.
But now we're just going to get to what ifs.
Of course, because that's what you brought up.
That is true.
Great question, Baseball Road Tripper.
Yeah, no, you get the old stadium back. I guess if it's historic enough, if you could Lambeau Field it.
In that case, yeah, I would definitely go Brooklyn Dodgers because of its field.
That's fair.
Because the Oakland Coliseum still exists, and it literally and figuratively stinks.
John in the building. Pitch Wars in the building. Yo, 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 yo! Traveling fools in the building. Everyone, you can bring back one pro franchise. Who are you bringing back? All time. And we have hit the end of the inning. 3-0 Fightins.
I would imagine that Baseball Road Tripper might say the Minnesota North Stars.
It's not a bad answer.
So
they have the Wild now, but
true.
Oh, Baseball Road Tripper, aren't the Twins dropping their uniforms tomorrow? I think I heard they're dropping their uniforms. And I know they're going to be loon themed.
They're going to be what themed?
Loon.
Loons?
Yeah. Like loons. That was the hint they dropped on socials.
I'm doing my John Belushi college sweatshirt Animal House look.
They posted a video and it just said 6/10/23 or 6/10/24, not 23. It says 6/10/24, and then at the end it was the sound of loons.
Huh.
That was their teaser video.
I could think of more Minnesota things that stand out to me more than loons do, but again, I'm not a native Minnesotan, so we'll let Baseball Road Tripper make that call.
Yeah. Sonics, Whalers, or Grizzlies? Hoghead in the house saying, "Good show." Joey Foster sent me. What's up, Hoghead?
Thank you.
Joey, appreciate you sending all of your
Thank you,
college
big
people in. Loon/late themed all promo has been with water. Wisconsin's land 15,000 lakes.
Yeah, we got more lakes than Minnesota does.
Now,
but I have other water ideas for Minnesota.
Now, does Wisconsin characterize more things as lakes? We don't talk about that part.
All I got to say is we got the biggest of the big all along our entire eastern side.
And we have Lake Superior.
So Minnesota, we got you there.
Yeah.
So
and we have the Mississippi River.
Yes. Minnesota has more of the claim to that because it starts there and it runs through the major metro area.
We have Lake Geneva. We have Lake Winnebago.
Oh, yeah. Lake Winnebago ice fishing there.
Who doesn't want to get some walleye off of Lake Winnebago?
You got it.
1-0 count to DJ Stewart.
All right, back to editing.
Okay, have fun. I'll talk about more fried walleye at Kegel's Inn in West Dallas.
We got that video.
We do have that
Check
video.
it out.
That's the best fish I've ever had. But I'm not a big fish guy. 1-1 count to Stewart. He sends one to shallow left center. Edmundo Sosa under it for the first out. For those of you just joining us who are like, baseball, London, what's happening? So Phillies and Mets playing a 2-game series. The Phillies, as you can see on the screen, 45-19. Them and the Yankees, the two best teams in baseball, kind of flopping back and forth on which one's the best. The Mets, not very good, but big rivalry game. A lot of Phillies fans in London. About a 75-25 crowd this weekend of Phillies fans to Mets fans. Some dude was wearing an Expos hat and an Oakland A's t-shirt yesterday, so that person's going through pain. As the Oakland A's will be moving to Las Vegas.
Sell the team.
Yep, sell the team. Fire John Fisher, even though you can't fire an owner. And a swing and a miss, so a 1-2 count now to Tyrone Taylor, a former Milwaukee Brewer, came over in the trade for someone. I don't know which trade, but some sort of trade. I forget who for who. Talking about Pittsburgh, Three Rivers, City of Bridges. Pittsburgh's one of my favorite cities. I always say that. It's one of my favorite cities. Of the small markets, that's my favorite city to visit. Craven Moorhead in the house saying, howdy. What is up, everyone? College football season right around the corner, folks. John, I watched a little bit of jet lag. Whalers, Nordiques, Birmingham Black Barons, Indianapolis Clowns, and the Homestead Grays. So we have
They should not have been defunct.
So we have some hockey teams and we have some Negro League teams. Negro League stats also now officially in the MLB stat book. So huge shout out to all of those incredible players from the Negro Leagues decades ago who never got the chance to play in the big leagues. And we have even more people who Joey has sent in. We have Seymour Botts, Gutters Pub, and the Big Cheese in here. 1-0 count, 2 outs here as Jeff McNeil steps up to the plate. Taijuan Walker, 65 pitches thus far. Offense in baseball, down this year. Fun fact. So a lot of more pitching we've seen, and there is the third out of the top of the fifth. We'll keep the conversation going, though. No break yet. So the Mets, no runs on 1 hit and no errors. The Phillies, 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Kirk in the building says, don't tell anyone when I was here, but Joey Foster sent me. Good luck to your teams. Kirk H. with the profile picture of Herbie. Shout out Kirk Herbstreit. Great color commentator. So yeah. seeing Dave and Buster's ads. It is currently, what time is it in England? 4 o'clock? 4:30. Can we play bingo? I don't have bingo. We can talk about college football. Everyone drop your teams in the chat. Who's going to win the national championship? I guess we can do that. Since I know a lot of you are college football people. I don't know who's going to win the national championship. I know, obviously, Harbaugh leaving for the NFL. Saban's retired. Should be interesting to see what happens. I'm just kind of interested to see how it all plays out. I guess Georgia makes sense. But yeah. First time we're using this new light. Here, I'll show it to y'all. We have this lighting. Never used it before. It was part of like a big package of stuff. And we're using this external camera thing for the first time. Or actually, I used it on an Instagram video last week. But first time using it for a stream. I really like it. I think it looks good. And we have another one of the lighting things, but we're not using that today because I don't have it charged. And we have a mic over there, but we can't really use it right now. So yeah. 6 hours, yeah, because Jonathan's Central Time. We're here in the Sorgi Story Studios in Philadelphia. Georgia, Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Florida State. Sounds about right. Big Ten should be interesting to see. Joey is the real awesome person here. Let's go Mountaineers. Wait, Duluth Eskimos. I forgot about them. I'd want to bring them back as the Minnesota team over the North Stars. How about that, Dad?
Not bad.
The Eskimos of Duluth over the North Stars.
Not sure the NFL market size would work, but that would be awesome.
Yeah. Rob Thompson, also known as Topper, the Phillies manager, currently talking. I love his he always just wears like a zip up jacket. He wears zip up jacket and the Red Phillies hat every game. That's just his classic look. Different managers like different stuff. Craig Counsell wears hoodies. Pat Murphy wears like a nicer jacket. Not like really a hoodie jacket, but more of a nicer zip up usually. Bryce Harper at the dish now. 2-2 count to him. And the pitch. Grounded foul. 90-mile-per-hour sinker. So, this is our earliest stream, since the World Cup?
Probably.
World Cup, we did a Team USA stream when they lost to the Netherlands. And we did Football Fans Watch Soccer. Bryce Harper goes down on strikes. That is Danny Young, the Mets pitcher, his second strikeout of the day. So, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Yeah, sea of red in London as we're seeing right now. Trying to think of, and that's it for Danny Young today. So he exits the game, and in for the Mets. Who is that? 72 or 76? Let's find out. Well, Google doesn't like me, so we'll find out later. And Mayhem Matthew, what is up? Long time no see in the building. If they were really awesome, they'd become the Traveling Fools. Gutters. I have every once in a while I'll pop into West Virginia college football thing. So yeah. TDB, no problem. See you later. Have a great one as well. Not the same channel, Mayhem. No, you're good. I swear I'm subbed to a lot of people, and then YouTube unsubs me, so it happens. But yeah, so Gutters, traveling fools I haven't been able to pop into as much. I will say we've between his work and my school, we haven't been able to pop into as much, but I will hopefully be popping into some more stuff over the summer. Also, hopefully producing some more content this summer. We'll see. Lakers. Yeah, no, I'd say the Minnesota Lakers, the Minneapolis Lakers before they moved to LA. Okay, well, Matthew, that's all that matters. You're in here now. So 11 you in here. Appreciate you all being here. Nick the Legend, are you still here? Nick the Legend is our sole moderator. Our Phillies fan here. So, okay, so a high pitch that looks like here. What's the count now? Alec Bohm. 1 out, 1-0 count to Bomer. Nunez on the mound. But yeah, Alec Bohm. Bomer's his nickname. What other nicknames does he have? I don't know, but he's good at baseball. So that's all that matters. Nunez not too bad at pitcher. The Phillies had 90% win probability only halfway through this game. Looking good for them to complete the 2-game sweep here. 3-0 count to Bohm now. Some French fans in the building at London Stadium. So 3-1 count now to Bohm. And Alec, he's batting .300 this season. Absolutely phenomenal player. A lock to be an all-star starter, I'd say. And a swing and a miss, and now full count. And Frank's in here. Joey Foster sent him. Everyone's in here. It's just a party. But yeah, for those of you who haven't commented yet, top 5 college football, way too early predictions. And who do you think is going to win the Natty? Oh, and that is a grounder that gets past the first baseman. And Alec gets on base, as they say in London. Alec Bohm, Alec Bohm, Alec Bohm, Alec Bohm. Baseball road tripper, I hope Jorge Lopez gets picked up soon. That was insane. And he does seem like a good guy. Joey says, okay, Anthony, I love you guys, and you know that but that's enough baseball for me. Come on, football season. Yes, football season right around the corner. Hopefully we'll probably be doing a little bit of college football this season. We'll have to figure out exactly everything, but some big games for the Badgers in the expanded Big Ten, and in non-con play too. But right now, full swing in baseball season, soccer season here in the States. The Olympics coming up. We won't be streaming that because, you can't or else you'll get banned. But 0-2, 1 out, 1 man on here. Joey, when is Ballard Sports Media's thing coming up? I saw he had a live coming up. What day is that? Because I know it said it was going to be with you, and I was going to try to tune into that, but remind me what day so I can give a shout-out to Ballard and the great work he does over there, because I want to watch that one. Okay, 0-2 count still to Cassidy. The pitch, and he pops one up to right center field, and Tyrone Taylor's under it this week. Oh, it's conference week. Okay. And yes, hopefully that will be happening, especially for some Mountaineers games. We'll have to look up into that. See, I know they play Penn State week 1. They play. I'm still shocked that they're playing Pitt on ESPN2. I think I saw. That feels like it should be a primetime game to me. The Backyard Brawl should be. And Wisconsin-Bama should also be primetime at the camp. But I think Wisconsin, Penn State, Wisconsin, Oregon are, I think, both rumored to be primetime games. And a swing and a miss from Sosa. So 0-2 count. So yeah, folks, tune in the Balance Sports Media this week for his content. I graduate 8th grade this week, so I will try to make it, but graduation prep, getting ready to head off to high school. So 0-2 count. That's a little low. 1 man on, 2 outs, 1-2 count now. Yeah, I know, Joey. It's still the backyard brawl. That's why I say that. I know Pitt's not going to be very good. West Virginia's going to be good though. I was talking to was I talking to Lincoln from American Football Network or Reichley from? I think I was talking to Reichley from the Football Expert about this. WVU maybe beats Penn State at in Morgantown this year. It's for sure a possibility. It wouldn't shock me if it happened. Well, I don't know if he's in here, but Julian Grugan, one of the kids I go to school with, I would be intrigued to see his thoughts. He's a big Penn State fan on that game. Top 3 MLB players who would be best in the NFL and which positions would they play? Go. Ooh, that's tough. Now, what do you think?
Okay.
Joey wants to know top 3 MLB players who would be best in the NFL and what positions would they play? Current.
The first one that comes to mind is Kyle Schwarber as a fullback.
I like that.
Beyond that, Aaron Judge is a tight end or a defensive end.
He was was he a wide receiver? I think he's a wide receiver in high school. He's either a wide receiver or quarterback.
Yeah, but he's now 285.
That is true.
Okay. And then I would have to think what pitchers.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a pitcher.
I don't know.
I feel like Blake Perkins could be a good wide receiver.
Daniel Vogelbach, lineman.
And Danny Vogue. No, I think that Tommy Pham, Baseball Roadtrooper says Tommy Pham could prove he's all about that smoke. For those of you who don't know the whole Tommy Pham thing, he said that he fights during the off season so he can mess people up if he has to get into a fight. Yeah, I'm about to say 10-win season feels 10-win season. If you win the Big 12, that's in the playoffs, right? So that's good. That'd be pretty cool to see West Virginia make their first. This would be West Virginia's first college football playoff, right? If they made it this year.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for sure possible. Joey says traveling fools. Miami will win the ACC, but then get snubbed like FSU did. Yeah. So, heading to, I don't know, I think we're heading to the 6th inning now. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out after the break, I guess. It would be hilarious to have Pham in the NFL since he slapped Jock Peterson over fantasy football. That is true. And guess who's here? Our friend from Kansas City, Yost Malone. My dad's very excited to see us Malone in the building, and I am too. Shout out Yost. Go sub to him. All of our college football people in here. Yost, we have a strong contingent of Joey Foster's friends in the building, and we have you and Baseball Road Tripper. Good mix of people in the building today on this Sunday morning. Baseball Road Tripper saying, Yost, go get those lineup cards today, buddy. Who are the Royals playing this weekend? I feel like I should know this, and I don't. Trying to think of stuff. Also, people vote. MLB.com/vote. Vote for your favorite MLB players 5 times a day. And John's in here too. So we got some baseball people, football people. Seattle. Okay, fun. 2 good baseball teams. The Royals off to a hot start. Asking British fans to name these people. So they ask. So we've had Mr. Matt, Alex Rodriguez, Mike Schmidt, Willie Mays. Well, that's Tom Seaver right there. And then Babe Ruth here as we are back in action for the top of the 6th inning. Nice, going for a sweep. As are the Brewers, as are the Phillies. Now, let me change this graphic real quick once. Okay, let's see here. So, a 1-1 count here. Who is that? I don't know who that. Oh, that's Mike Piazza. That's who that is. Mike Piazza, a Philly area native, but not beloved in the Philly area. Although he does own a lot of car dealerships around here. So that's a fun fact. Fun fact of the day for you great people. And Mundo Sosa makes a good play at shortstop to get the first out. Joey is talking to you, Dad. He says, I play sports trivia on the WVU channel of the Voice of College Football on Mondays at 10:30. So if you want to get a night, if you can win prizes if you want.
Tempting. Usually have to be crashing by that point to get up for the job.
I'm about to say he has to drop me off at school at like 7:50 in the morning.
Yeah, you never know.
But maybe he'll
maybe during the summer.
Yeah, summer could be fun. Yo saying also if the Royals and Brewers make the World Series, you won't cheer. That's fair. And that one is going to get through for a single, maybe a double. No, just one there. For the Mets, Torrens there gets on base. So for our baseball people here, I want your guys' thoughts on this. The Baseball Reference gives the Brewers the second best chance to win the World Series, only behind the Yankees. Thoughts? Do you agree with Baseball Reference's math there, or do you think they're completely crazy? I think half of me wants to say they're crazy, and the other half of me wants to believe that. But school is done Wednesday for me. I'm at Wednesday. And then from there, actually, my grandma's making the trip in from West Virginia for that. And then I might have a friend from Milwaukee visiting who's been on our channel before. He probably won't film anything, but he might be visiting next week. So there's the second out of the inning. As Weston Wilson, it looks like there makes the play. Gregory Soto warming up for the Phils here with 2 outs in the 6th. Yo saying, I love it, talking about the Brewers. I love it too. The runs are not as high, I know, right? Yesterday you had 9 runs combined, but today only 3. I mean, the Mets aren't that good of a team, so it doesn't shock me. But if the Brewers win the World Series, that would be the best sports moment for sure. It's much better than the Bucks winning the championship. Number 2, the Brewers would probably be if Marquette won another NCAA championship. Last time they won was 1977 with Al McGuire, the legend himself. If Dan Hurley ends up going to the Lakers, I think the Big East is Marquette's to lose, though. Hashtag bring back Big East football. 2-0 count to Pete Alonso. The freshly shaven Pete Alonso is so used to seeing him with like the beard. Nope, just So that's interesting. I guess wanted to go with a different look for London, change it up a little bit. The Brewer. Oh, John. You better be glad my dad isn't here because he'd start not being very happy about that one. The Brewers lost to your Cardinals at 82. Heartbreaking. The MLB All England team: Prince Fielder, Jeff King, Ray Knight, Marcus Thames, Duke Snyder, Earl Averill, Charlie Abbey, Ray Noble, Malqueed, and Royal Stillman. I love the name Royal for someone from England. 2-on-2 out here at London Stadium. And that will do it for Mr. Taijuan Walker. Gregory Soto in the game. And Walker leaves the field to a standing ovation from the Philly faithful who have made the trip across the pond. They will take a break, and we will do the same here on Sorgi Stories. So as I load up some music for everyone, let's see. What do I want to play here? Let's just go Hip Hop Pro by Pro Reese right here on Sorgi Stories. And we are back here in London. Gregory Soto around here. Hopefully the music's not playing here in a sec. Joey says, have a great day. He will hopefully be stopping by later. Sounds good, Joey. Appreciate you being in here. Our resident Cardinals fan, John Jansen, asked wanted confirmation of the Brewers winning the World Series in 82.
What's that?
Our resident Cardinals fan, John Jansen, wanted confirmation that the Brewers won the World Series in 82.
Yeah, they won 3 games to 4.
I said I'm glad my dad isn't here. That would pain him.
Nice.
Okay, 2-1 count here to whoever's up for the Mets. And whoever that was got one fair, and that's going to be a run for the Mets. So, guys on second and third, and that was Brandon Nimmo with the double. So, the Mets faithful, the 2 fans there, alive and well. When I say 2, I mean the Phillies have. Let me do some quick math. Oh, and Yost fire shots back on behalf of the Brewers, saying, "How about 85 Cardinals fans trying to help us out here?" And that's another run for the Mets. It is now 3-3.
As awesome as that series was for the Royals, I do have to say 2 words: Don Denkinger. Do you know that story?
No. The Mets tie it up, though. Here in the top of the 6th. And Baseball Road Trooper chimes in saying, and what about 87? And he says, ha 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 ha. And man, this is unfortunate. Got a cup of water, a bottle of water, not actually a bottle, but a bottle of water. And I mean, what else do you expect when Gregory Soto comes in the game? Though, like, I don't really know why you bring him in up 3-0. You only bring Gregory Soto when you're up like 7-0, like the Phillies are so many games. Swing and a miss there from Bader. And John laughing says, "Oh, come on, ha ha ha," or LOL, whatever emoji you want to put that as. Crying, laughing, we'll say. 0-2 count to Bader. Oh, this only makes the Brewers look even worse. So not all is bad, John James. 0-2 with the man on first here after that JD Martinez single that drove in 2 runs. So a couple RBIs added for him on the year. And the pitch will be a ball. So the 2-2 count now to Harrison Bader. Gregory Soto on the mound. Using her sausage. It's just not summer without it.
Do they have pretzel buns in London?
I don't know. But I do know it's a full count now to Harrison Bader. And John says, correct. That just shows how many World Series the Cardinals were in. The Brewers have been in 1 World Series, but Milwaukee has won a World Series, 1957, but the Brewers haven't. This year's the year. We finally do it. Hopefully. And that is just a little bit wild. That's not good. Ozzie Smith is still one of my all-time favorites. Seeing an MLBer do backflips as a grade schooler. Coolest dude ever. Absolutely true, Baseball Road Trooper. And, yep, that's going to be it for Gregory Soto today, and he knows it. Rob Thompson's. Hey, and guess who's in the house? It's Axman K10. It's Andrew. It's Ax_streams on Twitch. Go check him out. Everyone's in here today. We've had Nick. We've had Andrew. We got BRT. We got Yost. We got John. We got Joey and his whole crew. We got everybody. Let's give some shout-outs for everyone in here. Us people to follow. I just mentioned all these people. People who aren't here. People who were actually at the game in London today. Huge shout-out to
oh, sweet.
The Philly Sports Guy. I'm just shouting out people who were at the game.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the Philly Sports Guy. That's what?
No.
Okay, still.
He shouted out to the Philly Sports Guy. He shouted to the Fandemic crew. Betty's Triples. As Oscar, his mom, his wife, Brett, Todd, and then Nolan and Beth from Betty's Triples. They've made their way out there.
And it's not just Todd, but it's Todd. They say the name Todd. The Philly captain almost says the name Todd the way that Mel Kiper does.
The captain is not there because he didn't want to take a plane across the ocean. I guess he could have taken a boat. That would have taken a while.
6 to 8 days is what I've read before.
Yeah. Shout out Bryce Harper's bat and the people who make them. Let's give a shout out to someone who's not there, but let's give a shout out to why not? Next Level Customs.
Sure.
Made some of the shoes, cleats for these guys for today's game.
And Bryce Harper's bats, by the way, are made in a Philly suburb.
Yes, they are.
So
yeah.
All right, back to editing.
Who else was there today? That's cool. The Philly Chains guy, UK Phillies, of course, is there. UK Phillies and his crew from Passy Avenue Bar in London. And then shout out to people who weren't there. Let's give a shout out to Chase U. Let's give a shout out to. I wonder if Mets Cowbell guy's there.
That is good, dude.
You'd think so, right? You'd think he's there. As the Philly captain said, been annoying people for 40 years. Not actually. He seems like a nice guy. Swing and a miss there. Here. From I don't know who just swung and missed at that. So the 0-1 now to Taylor. Oh, Big Tyrone. Big T. Tyrone Taylor. Now 0-2 count for him. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Matt Strom in the game. An 0.72 ERA. Over 25 innings. A 38% K rate. A 3% walk rate. How about that? That has to be one of the best in the league. Only walking a guy 3% of the time. Pretty impressive. And that one's going to be fouled off on the 4-seam fastball. So still 0-2 count. But yeah, a lot of Phillies fans in New York, a lot of Phillies fans do go to New York for the series, but in this case, London. Not Citi Field. This game's in London. I don't know why I said that. It's still kind of early. It is, though, noon here on the East Coast, 5 p.m. in London. If you're in Central Time, like John Jansen is, it is 11 a.m. And on the West Coast, it is 9 a.m. So good morning to everyone out in Cali, Washington, Oregon, all those people. And that one drops foul, so still 0-2 to Tyrone. The Phillies being given a 56% chance to win this game. Technically the home team. Although it is at a neutral site. And Baseball Roaster wants to know Newfoundland time. Great question. Yeah, I know. Ask your Alexa. Hopefully I just triggered everyone's Alexas. Google, Siri, any of them could probably answer that. Also, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So good morning to everyone waking up in the Rocky Mountains. I'm going to have pizza for lunch. Leftover pizza from last night. And I have to go shoe shopping. What else do I have to do for that? Watch the Brewers. That's not a bad thing, though. It's a good thing. It is 1:34 Newfoundland. They're an hour ahead of us. Fun. Oh, they're an hour and 30 minutes ahead of us. That is intriguing. As Matt Strom gets out of it, so the Phillies give him a standing go as well. 7 of you in here. We head now to the bottom of the 6th. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, back with more action and more random conversation about random stuff. This is High Drama by Matt Large from Epidemic Sound on Sorgi Stories. And we are back here in the Sorgi Story Studios in Philadelphia. Phillies, Mets, early afternoon on the East Coast. As Whit Merrifield is up with 1 out and 2 strikes. Nunez still pitching for the Mets here in the bottom of the 6th. This game, in addition of the MLB World Tour London Series. As you can see, London Eye using the power of Canva Pro and StreamYard together gets you graphics like this. So shout out Canva Pro for the photos. Because, pay $10 and you get that. I'm on a free trial. I didn't pay anything. And Merrifield grounds one the second, and he will not run it out. So 2 outs as Weston Wilson steps up to the plate for the Fighting Phils. And here we go. Let's see. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, and the pitch is a strike on the upper border. A dude in just an American shirt, just the Stars and Stripes, celebrating America's national pastime across the pond in one. Appreciate the 4 of you who are sticking with us here. Good attendance today. We got like 12 at one point, thanks to the great Joey Foster. But yeah, so interesting to see how the dugouts don't go down here in London. They're just like flat.
They probably didn't have the capability to dig into the ground.
Exactly. And a beautiful play from the Mets to end the half inning. So at the end of the 6th, still 3-3 heading to the 7th. In London, Brett Beatty to Pete Alonso. A great play there by the Mets infield. My mom's got home, so I'm going to go talk to her quick. So, this is Maiden Voyage by Duke Harrington here on Sorgi Stories. And we are back here for the 7th inning in London. Anthony Sorgi alongside as Jeff McNeil steps up to the plate. That will drop low. Ball 2. As Matt Strom back out for another inning of work. Since I don't think he faced the amount of batters you have to face. That's a strike, though. 2-1 count. And the 2-1 to McNeil. He will send that foul, so the count is now even at 2-2. The Mets 27-36. The Phillies 45-19 coming into this one. Even at 3 through 6 innings. Got some 1980s throwbacks, some cream, some pinstripes, a little girl snacking on something, and a beautiful play. No, it wasn't. He didn't get it. Alex Bowman, I thought he called it, but he didn't. So, whatever, no biggie. Drop a comment through you in here. Give your thoughts on this game, on your favorite team, anything really. And Bowman there just missed it. Overplayed it a little bit too much. So 2-2 now to McNeil, who is 0 for 2 on the day. 56% win probability for the Fighting Phillies right now. McNeil fouls another one off. So he's upping Strom pitch count. Now it's a 13. I'm guessing both of these teams have games Tuesday and get tomorrow off. They got 2 days off. At least the Phillies did. Mets probably got the same heading into the series. It's now a full count to Jeff McNeil. And the pitch. That one is sent to center field. He gets over Rojas's hat on a bounce. Merrifield gets there, and they hold McNeil to a single. The Mets fans on their feet, looking to take the second of 2 games here in London, the UK's capital city.
The bounce.
Yeah, crazy bounce. Rojas couldn't play it very well. It just skipped right in front of him, and he thought he had it with his glove, and it went right over there. McNeil was about to go too, and then Merrifield made a very athletic play to hold him the one. And now the pitch from Strom, a ball. Yeah, very bouncy turf still. So interestingly, the Phillies are the home game for today, or the home team for today's game, but using the third base dugout.
Yeah, they just let him use the same dugout they used yesterday,
Which makes sense. But just interesting. The London Series tagline is "Live the London Series." Interesting. The MLB World Tour London Series is presented by Zoom Workspace. Zoom, the thing no one has used since 2020.
Not a Sorgi Story sponsor.
I know, that's why I said Zoom, the thing that no one has used since 2020.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't use it unless I have to. I never use Zoom. I think it's, I don't know. I like when websites and apps make it actually accessible for you to use. Like they Zoom after COVID put a time limit on calls, and I just think that's stupid. Yeah, the Zoom thing is on the players' helmets. It says Zoom. But yeah, so 1-1 count. And that is in for a strike. I feel like now Google Meet and Microsoft Teams and stuff like that, and Skype get used as much as Zoom. Wasn't third base dugout originally home team? I don't know. Maybe. I know most teams have it at first, but there are some teams that do it the opposite way. Like the Cubs. Right, Dad?
Yep.
The Cubs home dugout's third base?
Yep.
Is the Red Sox?
I don't remember.
I don't think so. Because when Chris Martin and Quentin Berry had their thing, Martin was walking towards the first base dugout. 2-2 count now to Vientos. Phillies fan with a Capital One scarf, applying some chapstick there. Don't know why they showed that on the broadcast, but they did. That is low, so a full count now on the slider. Strom's pitch count up to 20. Man on first, no out in the top of the seventh. Mets fans are yelling, "Let's go, Mets." And a walk for Vientos. So 2 on, no out. Philly's in a little bit of trouble here. Rod Thompson thinking about it. You can tell he's in much thought based off of his depressed face. He's like looking like he doesn't look very happy. But he's trying to figure out what to do. Do you keep the pitcher in? Do you take him out? Well, what's the play here? Luis Torrens, a .333 batting average with a 1.175 OPS, 2 homers and 4 ribbies. Excuse me. On the day. Or on the season. 1 for 2 on the day is what I meant to say. He does not have 2 homers thus far. He has a single, that's it. 1-0 count. No ball boys. I thought there were. Yesterday I thought I saw some. No, I guess not. Oh, interesting. Weird. 1-1 count now to Torrance. The Mets now with 2 guys on. Tables are turned, 59% win probability. I don't really think win probability is interesting, but some people might find it that way. So that's why I say that. I think it's more interesting in football and basketball.
Baseball is a stat head game.
Yeah, but I feel like so many different outcomes can come from one thing in baseball. That's like anything can happen. If you're in a tie game, even with 2 guys on, the Phillies can get 3 straight outs here. Right, so Jackson Johnson in the building says, "What's up, Sorgi Stories Nation? Good afternoon, or to you, good morning, as you are in Alabama. Roll Tide." 1-2 here to Torrance. And the pitch from Strom. Low, 2-2 count. Slider in the dirt there. Bat Boy gets some fresh, baseballs to the ump. I've been up since like 7:30, not too early. Go Central Time Zone. Well, I'm from the Central Time Zone. I just don't live there. Central Time, I think the best time zone is Pacific. Because, like, for this game, 7 a.m., you can watch baseball from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on a Sunday. That kind of stinks. But, like, on a Saturday, you can watch baseball from 1 p.m. So 10 a.m. You can wake up at 10 a.m. and watch Phillies Mets yesterday. And then your last game ends at 10 p.m. You can watch 12 straight hours of baseball, and you don't have to be up super late or up super early. Stroud the pitch to Lindor, swing and a miss. Oh, 1 count, 1 out, 2 guys on here. And Lindor hits one deep to left field. Merrifield's under it. Guys will tag, I guess. Maybe. No. Yes.
Nope.
No guys tag. Wow.
Unproductive out.
That doesn't seem like a smart decision by the Mets. And here comes Topper. Gives Matt Strom a round of applause and then takes the ball from him. And who is that? Jeff Hoffman coming into the game. Let's go, Jeff. Yeah, exactly. And then think about football. You can watch college football from 9 a.m. You can wake up for college game day at 7 a.m. and watch football all the way through 10 p.m.
Or later, if you've got a West Coast game that's late.
If it goes to extra late, if it's like a Hawaii game, then it would start at 8:30 your time, so it would end like 11:30. But yeah, West Coast, I think, is the ideal place to be for American sports. It would suck for European sports.
Yes.
Like if you wanted to watch F1, you'd have to get up at like 5 in the morning. Or if you wanted to watch like the EPL, and the EPL 8:30 starts or like 5:30, so that does kind of stink. But for baseball, football, basketball, and hockey, it's good. I wouldn't want to live in the Pacific time zone though for the Paris Olympics. I'll say that. Okay. And we are maybe back. I see something about... Okay, here's the Sunday Night Baseball promo. The Yankees are good at baseball. The Dodgers are good at baseball. America's 2 most popular teams face off on Sunday night at Yankee Stadium. There's my simplified ESPN commercial. As we see video of Buckingham Palace. 3-3 here. Jeff Hoffman on to work for the Phils. A 0.98 ERA, 32% K rate, a 7% walk rate. 5 saves in 27 and 2/3 innings. Will the 12:30 start? What time does the EPL play games in American time? 8, 10, and noon?
It's usually like
7:30, 10, and 12:30.
7:30. I always thought it was like an 8. Okay. So
No,
7.
Sorry, 8:30, 11, and no. It differs on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay. But your earliest game would be 8:30 East Coast, which West Coast would be 5:30.
Right. Although,
or 8.
I think it's Saturdays. It's 7:30, 10, and 12:30.
So 7:30 is 4:30 West Coast.
And then Sundays is 8:30 and 11.
Okay, but still, for like the 11 a.m. match, you can wake up at 8 a.m. and watch that on the West Coast. That's
usually like that 11 a.m. game is like the biggest of the weekend.
Yeah, so that's not bad. Yeah. So yeah, that's not terrible. Oh, yeah, on Saturdays, John says 6:30, 9, and 11:30. 6:30 and 9
Central
Central.
on Saturdays.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about this. 6:30. So that match would end at what? 8 a.m.
Yeah, 8
Or
o'clock.
it would end at 8:30 because 2-hour match. Okay. And then. So, but that's interesting that they have matches at. Because listen to this for a sec.
Ooh, what just happened?
Jeff Hoffman got a strikeout, so no
Nice.
damage done as we head to the bottom of the 7th. So they stretch in London. But 9 and okay, I guess that makes sense. All right, well, everyone takes a 7th inning stretch. I will be back because I'm gonna get myself some lunch. So enjoy Boogie Town by Wanda Shakes from Epidemic Sound right here on Boogie Stories. Okay. Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning. And let's see what's going on in the comments. Oh, and that is a deep drive to right. And he does it again. David Dahl with his second homer of the kind of week. I mean, it's a new week, but you know what I mean. 305 feet. That's not like 205 feet. 305 feet. They don't have a game after 5:30. Yeah. And John in the chat saying another MLB game starts at 1:05 p.m. Is 1:05? I feel like 1:05 is kind of a normal time to start, though. I guess 1:10 is the technical normal time to start, but some teams start at 1:35. It depends on the team. Okay, let's load this up. Okay, and let's do that. And we got new graphics. I got some pizza from Acme. It's like barbecue chicken pizza. It's okay. Okay, let's see. Chilling on a break here. I guess the Mets did a pitching change. Something. I missed it. And Dahl let that kind of pitch come to him. And when it got down low enough to where his bat was, he just smacked it up. Sent it flying into the stands. So Phil's up 4-3. Big home run there from Mr. David Dahl. Kyle Schwarber up to the dish. Jake Diekman up now for the Mets pitching. A 3.92 ERA on the season for Jake. Strike there on Sorgi. Three-one count. The Philly fanatic getting Phillies fans on their feet on the third base side. ESPN there showcasing what I talked about earlier. Kyle Schwarber batting .310 with an .885 OPS against lefties this season. Absolutely extraordinary. One of the highest averages of anyone on the team, and he strikes out there, of course, just to say that. So, yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Phillies fans on their feet now as JT Realmuto comes up to the dish. Legendary Philly and former Met as well, Larry Boa, in attendance, alongside Tom McCarthy in one of the suites. And it would look like Larry Anderson maybe is the other guy up there with them. That's just an educated guess.
I did not remember that Boa was a Met.
Yeah, I found that out earlier.
Okay.
Earlier today, I saw it was a video of Kyle Schwarber and Alec Bohm guessing if Phillies legends played for the Mets, and he did. JT grounds one to first, and Diekman slips and falls but makes the play. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Tags the bag, but extended his foot too far, so tripped a little bit. But he's good. Now 2 outs, Bryce Harper up to the dish. Maybe he can send a ball flying here. That is low. 2-2 count. Or 2-0 count, excuse me. Phillies fans have sign that says party like it's 1776. Again, for those of you who haven't heard me say this already, the British blew a 13-colony lead. Two one count to Harper. Low fastball makes it 3-1. Three one count. Swing and a miss makes it 3-2. And Harper walks. Let's see who that brings up here. Well, it won't bring up anyone as the Mets manager comes out to make a pitching change. Didn't last too long. And another Bryce fan in the building. Cody Hankins in here. What is up, Cody? Good to see you. So, another break here. We will be back after the break. This is Against the Grain by Will Harrison here on Sorgi Stories. are back here. A man on in Harper for Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm. Cody, the Braves aren't winning the division. Like, it's mid-June. I think it's pretty safe to say. Would you agree?
Cody, I want to give you a dose of reality. If the Philadelphia Phillies win the World Series this year, if they continue the pace that they're going on right now, this will be the best baseball team since the 98 Yankees. They are not only that loaded, they are that balanced. The only real weaknesses they have is their fifth starter, one position player, and a smidge of the bullpen.
Which position player?
You've mentioned his name a million times. I'm not as versed.
Castellanos?
Not Castellanos. It's one of their outfielders in terms of their hitting. They only have one bat that's not consistent.
Castellanos doesn't hit super well.
But he's
only batting like 200.
And he's gotten hot recently.
Kind of, not really.
They have almost no weaknesses. And the greatest teams aren't always the teams that have ridiculous superstars and then about 5 or 6 weaknesses. This team has almost none. Those are the teams that are legendarily good, that win night in, night out, and can beat you a number of different ways. Not just one way, but almost every other way. They're the kind of team that can beat you playing their game, and they're the kind of team that can beat you playing your game. If you want proof, what they did to our Milwaukee Brewers. We went to the Wednesday game. The Brewers only gave up 7 runs the whole series, and they got swept.
Yep.
That tells you how good their pitching is. And then you add that lineup. The Phillies have a chance to be one of the all-time great teams in the history of baseball. Now,
I think
we're not crowning them yet because they still have to stay consistent and win the World Series.
I think it's way too early to say they might even be one.
Right?
I'm going to be honest. This team doesn't. They're winning games, but when you watch them in game, they don't look like that great of a team. They look like a really, really good baseball team, but I wouldn't call them anywhere near the 98 Yankees.
The reason I say that they could be is because they have that balance. They have one bad starter. They have a little bit of relief work to do, and they have one real shortcoming out in the field in terms of their position players. That's it. This team is winning on a 70% clip. So few teams get to do that. They're on pace, I think, to win something like 118 games if they win the World Series. That is nuts.
Well,
that's almost unheard of.
I mean, the Mariners won 120 in just the regular season.
Right, but then they blew it. You got to win the World Series first. You got to keep the pace going all year long. I agree with you. But this team has that capability. They ain't losing this division.
No, I think there's a decent chance they lose in the playoffs. I think I wouldn't give them that much of a chance to win the World Series. Like they're okay, but here's the thing about the Phillies. You can't say this about the Phillies and not say it about the Yankees. The Yankees have just as good of a record.
Are they that balanced?
Oh no, I don't watch the Yankees.
That's the question I would have. I don't have the answer.
I don't watch the Yankees.
But I think the National League is a lot tougher than the American League.
No, the NL is tougher. But everyone plays everyone now. There is no difference.
But you get more games against the National League in your schedule. You only get 45 games against the American League and 117 against the National.
That's true.
So I think the Phillies are more made to win than the Yankees are.
Yeah.
So that's why, they're 45-19. That is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Almost winning 3 out of every 4 games. That's why I say this team can be generationally good if they keep pace, if they win the World Series. And that's a lot of ifs, of course. And you have to ask the question about health. Will they stay healthy?
I'm going to say, tell me that when they win the World Series. Don't tell me that now.
Oh,
it's too early. I think everyone in the city will say it's way too early to say anything like that.
Well,
one's talking.
That's the fault of sports radio. I will tell you that right now because that's already been a major topic on WIP.
I don't think many people are talking about how great. It's a good baseball team, but I think also here in Philly, I think we're more critical.
Sure.
And we don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
And that's totally fair with the number of failures they had in this town.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that discussion has already happened a lot on sports radio. So
Not that sports radio in the city is very polarized, though.
it can be. But when I look at this team, they got a point.
Yeah.
This team could be generationally good.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of teams who. Okay. We said the same thing about the Braves last year.
No, we didn't. I didn't say that.
We did.
I wasn't calling them potentially one of the great teams in the history of baseball.
because no one said that to get that idea.
No.
I'm just saying, no one. I
It's
think
not that good.
But what I'm saying is they were that good, and then they stunk in the playoffs, like the Braves do every year. It's just not every year, but against the Phillies they do. My point though is that the Braves were on a better pace than this last year.
They were greater than a 7-10 clip.
They were about that.
I'm not so sure about that. Plus, they didn't have as many, or they had more weaknesses, I would say, than the Phillies do. I mean,
I don't know what
starting rotation.
Their starting rotation was really good,
but was it that as deep? I don't think so.
Almost.
I don't think so. So
I'm just saying, you got to give last year's Braves. If we're gonna be considering the Phillies here, you gotta. I'm just saying the Braves were almost as good, if not just as good, record-wise, as we said.
Now they could be when healthy. Cody, I will agree with you on that.
Yeah.
When healthy, Atlanta can compete at that level.
But they're not healthy.
That's the problem, and
that's what
I feel bad for you, Atlanta.
That's what we should have been talking about the whole time. You just started yapping about how good the Phillies are. I think the conversation about the Braves not winning the division should be more on the fact that they're injured. If they're not injured, they're in this conversation.
But I don't think they're as good as even as healthy as Philadelphia is. I just don't.
With Acuna and Strider, it'd be close. It would be a really competitive race.
I would take. I mean, Philly might win that division with 110 wins and win it by maybe 4 or 5 games.
I was going to say I think the Phillies would win it by 2 games.
Okay, but both teams would easily win 100, maybe 105.
Yeah,
that's how close that race would be. I will hand it off back to you.
All right, thank you. Top of the 8th inning here. But yeah, I think it's way too early to talk about the Phillies as in the conversation. Personally, I don't see it. I don't think it's worth getting ahead of ourselves here. But the Braves were the same way. Last year they were really good, and we saw what they did. So, do I think the Phillies are going to win the World Series? Yes, but that is a drive to shallow right field for Nimmo. Castellanos under it. 8th inning in London, folks. Phillies just 5 outs away from sweeping this 2-game series and heading back to the States on a good note. Now up for the Mets is J.D. Martinez, the veteran outfielder DH. Hoffman's still on the mound for the Phils, and he throws a strike that gets in there at 87. That was Hoffman's 8th pitch of the day. Now the pitch to Martinez, sky high. Bryce Harper calls it. And he has it. So 2 outs now here in the 8th. JT just shakes his head on the way back there. I don't know if that was Bryce's ball, but if Bryce Harper calls it, you let him take it. This is Bryce Harper here, not some young and mature first baseman. We're talking about one of the best in the league. So, 2 outs here. A swing and a miss by Harrison Bader. The Phillies given an 87% chance to win this one here in the UK's capital. Bader with a 689 OPS, I think that's that. Grounder to bone, and that is the end of the top of the inning. So it's the Mets 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Phils 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors at London Stadium in London. John Jansen talking about the EPL. Yes, Southampton are heading back up, so go Saints. Burnley's down, but that's okay. We got the Saints. So we will be back after the break. One out in the bottom of the eighth. As the Mets are on the field, Toll Road says, "Hey, Anthony, what is up, Toll?" And it is Weston Wilson or Whit Merrifield, not Weston Wilson, excuse me, up to the plate. A 1 count to Wiz Wit. For those of you who don't get the Wiz Wit thing, if you are going to a Philly cheesesteak place and you want whiz with onions on your cheesesteak, you say Wiz Wit. So,
speaking of, how was your cheesesteak at D'Alessandro's?
It was good. Wasn't the best I had. The bread wasn't strong.
Okay. D'Alessandro's, great Northwest Philly cheesesteak spot that I love.
I had to take the onions off. I didn't really want the onions on there.
My bad.
You're good.
So remember Wiz Wit out for you?
I think I want to try Pro from there.
You want to try the Grove?
Yeah, the Wiz was a little bit too messy.
Okay.
They put a lot of Wiz. They packed too much of
as Merrifield goes down.
Yeah, they packed one half of when you split the cheesesteak in half. They packed the inner part really tight, and then the loose part was just all loose Wiz at the end. I feel like if you get Pro and you have a more compact mix, it would be better.
Pro tip for you. If you're going to go to D'Alessandro's on the northwest side,
Northwest
Philly, like the Roxborough, Manayunk area.
Yeah. Push for Manayunk, shout out.
Get D'Alessandro's with Order American, which is what they normally do, and sharp provolone. The provolone will give you the taste. The American will give you the creaminess.
Okay.
Ridiculously
I've never
good.
had a cheesesteak with American cheese, and he is safe.
Woo, no. That's going to review.
He's safe. Come on.
That's going to review.
They're not going to review it? Topper, what are you doing? He's safe, dude. And in coming to the game is Jose, 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 Alvarado, number 46, the closer for the Fighting Phils. We will see him in the game after the break here on Sorgi Stories. Until then, this is Luckily and Happily by Bagel from Epidemic Sound right here on Sorgi Stories. We are back and one in a 1-0 count to Tyrone Taylor. He is 0 for 3 on the day. And now the top of the 9th at London Stadium. One to Taylor. He is the number 6 batter for the Mets. Not having the best season, but as I mentioned earlier, offense generally is just down for the league. So it doesn't shock me that he's having a down year. And a ball there, so 2-1 count to Tyrone now. The Phillies an 86% chance to win this one. The Mets faithful, nervous. The Phillies faithful. I haven't seen any pictures of them or video of them this inning, but I'm guessing pretty excited. There they are, 2 strikes, and they're clapping. 2-2, no out. As Taylor steps out and steps into the box. Christian Pache in the game for the Phillies. Interesting. And the pitch fouled off. And Hodag in the chat says, spent at Quick Trip on South Webster Avenue at Garland Street today. Quick Trip, the best. Jose very animated. Yes, he is. I love Jose Alvarado. That's the Mets. Oh, they will be jet lagged. You're good, Hodag. Shout out Quick Trip though. We love Quick Trip here, so. You're good. 2-2 to Taylor. Been fighting off pitches this at bat. And full count now. Yes, he did. Phil's lost that game. But he did make a good play, but not his fault. It went to extras. 3-2 count here. The pitch. Fouls went off. 100-mile-per-hour sinker there. Alvarado's 8th pitch of the AB. That thing went out again.
So it looks like an unexpected error occurred.
Yes, Hodag, the jet lag thing. We talked a little bit about jet lag earlier. I gave them a shout out. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we got the game up. I don't know what's happening. Hopefully Alvarado struck him out.
Coming.
Oh, and he walked. Dang it. So here comes Jeff McNeil. Brewers fans, go ahead and insert your boos in the chat. Boo!
No.
Reese is better. McNeil shows bunt, but holds on the outside pitch. Okay, Hodag, I'm not complaining. Hashtag go Sam and Toby. The Mets fans are going, do. Alvarado, it's a grounder, and it's through. Guys on first and third now. The winning run, Nair is at first base. So now Alvarado has some work to do. Hoping for maybe a 3-2 double play here.
Ooh. It has to be a tag, so that's not easy.
That is true. Just get it out and don't let the runner go. That's what you'd hope for here. Pitch. Strike one. They'll be neck and neck at the end of the episode as far as okay, that'll be interesting to see. Vientos, he's walked today. A 965 OPS, pretty impressive from Buck Vientos this season. There have been some decent Mets hitters on this team. That's what's keeping them alive this season. And now it's 0-2 to Vientos. Let's go, Phillies.
Oh, Remuse's feeling it.
He's fine. He's an Iron Man. Let's go. Oh, maybe not. Okay, well, the ump is kicking some dirt. JT looking at his scouting report. And all the Phillies fans are going, Jose, 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 Jose. 0-2 count. 2 on, no out. It's the third.
Not a chance. Nope.
And
Tie game.
it's a tie game. It eats up Bohm, and we're tied in the 9th. Wow. And just like that, look at that right there. And Bohm just lost it. It ate him up there. And a man comes home. So John's wish of extra innings looks like it might happen unless the Phillies can pull off a 9th inning. And our TV does not like the fact that that the Phillies give a run as it is buffering. Bad.
Yeah. Right.
So
Come on.
I said the TV doesn't like that the Phillies give a run. And Tyree's in here saying Joey Foster set me. Appreciate you. If this goes 18 innings, I don't know if I can do all 18 innings.
Yeah, I won't be able to because I've got
Yeah, he has to go. He has
charity
a charity event.
shower too.
Yeah, so I may I don't know. I'll go until like the 12th inning, maybe. Maybe it would kind of be fun if I did all 18 innings. But I need like Mick the Legend on the face to get through the innings. But I'm sitting back and relaxing as all of the 1 o'clock games are starting now. 1-1 count to Torrens. That is a 2-1 count now. Alvarado, 2 guys on, a blown save.
That's rare for him.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. And that is a ball. Tyree Joey and off his a lot of his people were here earlier as well. Joey said he might pop back in later if he can. But Joey Foster, check out all the work he does on the million YouTube channels he's associated with. 3-1 count. And that's a walk. And now the bases are loaded with no out. And here comes Caleb Cotham to talk to Jose here. A pinch runner coming into the game at second base. It's the 9th inning stoppage time. Extra innings would be OT. Soccer should be sudden death overtime. No PKs. Jose Iglesias, the vet, in to run here for the Mets. Jose's telling JT what he thinks about things. I do love like the grassy area in West Ham where fans can hang out. I like that feature. I wish more ballparks had like more kind of chill grassy areas, like minor league or college teams have. The Mets fans are happy. The Phillies fans not so much. Someone just dropped their Phillies hat. And here comes Francisco Lindor. He's batting .236 with 10 homers on the year. Not exactly the guy you want up, but he's still a decent baseball player. He can still hit. So if you're the Mets, not your number one pick for who you want up, but if you're the Phillies, for sure you're not. That's not your pick either. So yeah. As our TV really doesn't like the Mets having the bases loaded.
I'm trying to.
I know, it's not your fault, it's the TVs. And here we go. So, 2 of you in here. 9th inning, it's 4-4. One-0 count to Lindor. JT and Alvarado talk it over again. Like a shootout in hockey. Yeah, I think it's just if they do sudden death overtime, that'd be just the best. Okay, 1-0 count. Appreciate you, Jackson. That's a strike in there on the border. Appreciate Jackson. I don't know. What are we at now? 1.3, 1.4? Okay. I feel like I think last I saw we were at 1,415. I think that's right. 410, 415, something like that. 1-2 to Lindor. Everyone on their feet. Pitch. It's inside. Almost hit him. 2-2 count. The go-ahead run on third base. The Mets with an 82% chance to win this one. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Lindor.
That's big.
And he went down and chased one low. A bad decision there by the Mets second baseman. And that is a foul ball there from Pete Alonso. This is the guy you don't want to be facing if you're Alvarado here. The ideal scenario here is a double play where one of the outs is at home.
Well, double play at the end.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where the outs are.
Oh, that's true. Okay, 1-1 count. The pitch. Ball. Just inside. Two-one. Alvarado. This might be the most pitches he's had from the inning all year. 27. This will be 28 here with the bases loaded and one out. Alonso fouls one off. 2-2. And he goes out again.
See? Next day.
Come on, load up.
Load, come on.
And he walks her on in. Mets lead. Mets lead. That's just a little bit unfortunate. As it hits Alonso. How's Alvarado still in this game, dude? I don't get it. Like, how do you keep him in here? Mets fans excited, Phillies fans not, for obvious reasons. 0-1. It was a strike, but it wasn't called a strike. So now the Phillies look to, I guess, still in the inning. I don't know. And that one's wild, and a run's going to come in, and it's 6-4. And that might just do it. The Mets up 2 now in the ninth. After a wild pitch from Jose Alvarado. I don't get it, man. And JT just lost it. He had it, lost it. It still wasn't a great pitch. It's a 2-1 count. That's a strike. So the 2-2 to Nimmo. That's just outside. Full count for Nemo. Strike 3.
Critical.
Finally, they get something. So, second and third. And here comes Rod Thompson. Why do you pull him after a strikeout?
How many innings how many pitches did he throw today?
35.
Yeah. 35 pitches.
I'm just saying he should have pulled them before this AB.
Yeah, I can see that.
So Jose Alvarado gives up 3 runs in 0.2 innings of work. That's unfortunate. Okay, folks. 3 in here. Phillies losing 6-4. This is unfortunate. They had this game. They had it. And Jose Alvarado gives up 3 runs. A rare mistake. Prone day for him. Yup. John, that's why I'm so down. Is the Mets are winning, which is unfortunate. And here's JD Martinez back up. And on the mound for the Fighting Phils here is Jose Ruiz. He's got a 1.93 ERA and 14 innings of work, 24% K rate. His first pitch is a ball. So 2 on, 2 out. The Mets with a 92% chance of victory in this one. Hello ball makes it a 2-0 count to JD. Who is 1 for 4 on the day. And that is a third out of the inning, heading to the bottom of the 9th. It's Pache, Schwarber, and Real Muto. No one I would rather have up for the Phillies. We'll be back after the break right here on Sorgi Stories. Until then, though, this is Cats Walking by Yamoti on Epidemic Sound. Back here for the bottom of the ninth. The Mets up 6-4 here. Yeah, I know. Christian Pache, right? Such a big bat. 0-1 count to Pache, speaking of. Load up the bases, then get a grand slam, walk-off home run. Easy peasy, pitchy, woo-woo. From Hodag.
Pitchy,
All right.
woo.
All right, we got a single. Philly sports guys excited. That's the start. Kyle Schwarber, please hit a homer to tie this game. Please hit a homer. Please hit a homer.
I'm joining for this.
Okay. That's ball. Outside. Schwarber, please hit baseball. Bye-bye.
Schwarbs.
1-0 count to Schwarber. Well, did he go?
Yep,
yeah. 1-1 count.
Well, I don't know if he went, but the upset he went.
They're not going to give us an angle. Garrett, by the way, on the mound for the Mets. That Sky in the foul territory and that's an expectable out. So now it's JT Realmuto.
At least the meat of the lineup is now, yeah.
I'm about to say, now you have Harper after this, and then you get Bowman.
So you have a chance.
Unlike the Braves, who have no chance of winning. Cody, we talked, as we said earlier, just the Braves don't have much of a shot unless they trade for every superstar. Cody, do you own a piece of the Braves? You can buy stock in the Braves.
You can?
Yeah, you can. It's an actual like.
I think Liberty Media is a publicly traded company.
Yeah, it's a literal. You can literally buy stock in the Braves.
Yeah, it's for profit, unlike the Green Bay Packers, which you can also buy stock in.
Well, right now you can't buy stock in the Packers.
Not literally at the moment, but there are stock sales that happen.
Yeah,
that's a lot of foul territory.
Yeah. Yup. 0-2 count, 1 man on, 1 out. JT Realmuto here.
Come on.
Hit him.
Hit him. All right. Advancing 90 feet.
Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. It's the MV3 Bryce Harper as he goes out.
Fix the feet.
Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. Turn around. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. Turn around. That's a bad version of, I don't know the actual words. I know it's Bring Sally Up, Bring Sally Down. That's all I know. Of Flower by Moby, which is Bryce Harper's walk-up song. I know JT's walk-up song.
Harper's having some discussions in the dugout.
Yeah, it's strategy discussions. I know JT's walk-up song. JT's walk-up song is Money and Fame, I Need to Breathe. And we'll take a break.
Brought to you by Miracle Grow. Not sure if that's related to Chia Pet.
Are you okay?
You ever heard of Chia Pet?
I've heard of it. Don't know what it is.
It's supposedly some sort of plant with ridiculous growth capabilities.
Oh, fun.
And it was designed to, like, I believe, look like a pet when it grew.
Okay.
I don't know how.
No, that's possible.
Yeah, it was very bad 1980s, 1990s product marketing. But it was incredibly memorable with the ads. Yeah, I'm currently editing our next video. This will be a big one.
The commercials were all over the place.
Oh, by far.
Like says.
By far. Yeah, much better seeing Vistaprint and Spotify.
That's Shopify.
Look,
Spotify's a music website.
I need new glasses. Oh, man. You like... Okay, yeah, he's coming on now.
Brings that up. Brings that down.
And I love the embrace Bryce Harper has of the Philly Fanatic, even on a shin guard.
Yup. Not using the Philly Fanatic bat this time.
But there's some Fanatic there.
Yeah. Drew Smith on now for the Mets. 2.53 ERA. In 10 2/3 innings out of the season.
An extra base hit ties it.
Yup. Oh, yeah, it does.
Big swing gives him the lead.
Walks it off.
Yes.
Or no.
Oh, there we go! It's only going to advance in the second and third
bases
because
loaded.
it was too fast of a trajectory off the bat and too big of a bounce to score a run.
Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm.
And Harper's swing was just textbook. Just textbook.
Let's go, Bohm.
Oh, bummer.
A 1 count.
Phils now have a 1 out of 3 chance to win, according to the stat box. Whatever you call it.
Win probability.
Right. But that's part of the stat box.
Yeah.
Okay.
The score bug. That's what you say.
The score bug. Well, right. But it's also more than scores.
Yeah.
Ah!
That's what it's called, though. It's a score bug.
This stupid slant fade.
The graphics package is another name for it. Okie dokie.
Come on. Whatever you do, just wait until after we get the feedback.
Oh, on the Bohm.
Okay.
By the way, Garrett Staub's pinch running for JT Realmuto here, so he'll be taking over at catcher if this goes to extras. Well, let's hope he doesn't have to. Let's hope that we can just get this over with one swing.
Ooh. Camera work.
Whoa!
A pair of very high pitches. Smith's a little wild. And that ain't on purpose.
Born to be wild.
A little bit Ricky Vaughnish. Kid in London that looks like Nick the Legend.
2-1 count now to Bohm. He's 3 for 7 this year with the bases loaded. That's an inside ball.
He's on pace to be 3 for 7 with the bases loaded because they're about to walk him.
Yup.
I don't know if this guy's able to throw strikes on demand.
Nah,
the way that he should.
he's got
At least
a good
today.
ERA, but yeah, today is off.
There you
There we
go.
go. That's a run.
6-5.
Let's go, Phillies. Let's go, Phillies. Let's go, Phillies. Let me update the graphic here.
You may just want to keep it on the generic graphic because this next at bat may decide the game.
Well, if it decides the game, then I'll just change it once the game's over.
True.
There, 6-5.
Oh, Nick Castellanos.
Oh, he's up. Where's it stop?
It's Castellanos.
Oh.
That's with the way he's hitting. That's a great thing right now.
Yeah, but generally,
Hot hand.
I'd rather have Stott up. Come on, Casty. Prove me wrong. You've done it a lot this week. Do it again. Oh, he's got the power.
First strike in about 4 or 5 pitches. Man.
He's just got to hit it the right way.
All right. See, look at his OPS in May and June.
That
It
is
has
true.
climbed.
That is true. He's playing better now. I'll give him that. I love how they're like March and April. I'm like, dude, they're like 3 games in March. You can just like.
Right. Sort of the same with June, though. We're now in June.
Yeah, now we've had a lot of, like, we've had a decent amount of June games for a third through June.
Required cute kid shot.
All right, let's go, Casty. 0-2 to Castellanos here. It'll be Smith's 9th pitch. Fouls it off. Why do you chase that? Why are you chasing?
Because you're fooled.
Yeah, but a high pitch is a high pitch. Like it's not like wiffle ball where you can throw a riser.
Oh, fixing the speed again.
Toll saying London getting their money's worth. Yes, they are. But it's not like wiffle ball where you can throw a really like crazy riser. You just don't have the aerodynamics of the ball. It's not like a ball will rise. Like if it's going to be high, you know it's going to be high.
No, stop.
Hit that. There you go. You fixed it. I'm about to say, I don't want to watch Hallmark.
Unless mommy's back and she's fooling with us.
No, I don't think so. And what happened? Did we get her on?
We've got a tie ball game after an out at second. No,
double play.
Double play.
The Mets win it.
Oh,
Their catcher's hurt though.
Making the play to win the game with a throw out at home to get the second out, and then the throw out at first to get the third out. Just pain.
So that's
Literal,
it, folks.
figurative. Ugh.
The Mets take game 2 in a heartbreaker. 6-5, your final. The Mets 6 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Phillies 5 runs on 10 hits and no errors as well. Appreciate you all being here.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy watching your local games around the country.
And around the world.
And around the world, yeah. We will see you next time.